Luxuriate in the Italian-made makeup line that is as unique as you are. Join beauty expert Christopher Mackin as he brings you ready-to-wear, a customizable, buildable bounty of cosmetics tailor-made for you. The Mark New York Luxury Outerwear Collection offers year-round style with universal attitude. 1 a.m. Eastern, only at Evine.
Finish up your shopping in style with the All Wrapped Up gift event. Take the stress out of the season with awesome gifts for everyone on your list, including Skin, Invicta, Apple, and more. Plus, with 6 value pay on everything, you can load up and take a load off. Only at Evine. This holiday, give them something to remember, like perfect skin from Isomers, classic heirlooms from Waterford Crystal, and personal audio from Bose. Gifts to remember. Going on now, only on Evine.
It's a big night.
It is. Huge night.
Maybe one of the biggest nights in the history of Invicta Power Play. Welcome in. My name is Kendi. Ryan Johnson is here, but we're missing our sidekick tonight because baby B was born. Justin's baby daughter was born. He already texted me, I think, a dozen nicknames that they call her. But we're going to leave it at Baby B, and we'll let him announce the name live on the air. But he said that she is the most beautiful baby in the world, of course.
Oh, of course.
So Justin will hopefully be back sometime next week. We'll
big
see.
Congratulations to them, the new addition to their family.
I know, it's so exciting. So in this show, we're going to be unveiling. We're going to be re-unveiling. We're going to be taking prices down to all-time lows. And we have some really, really interesting things to talk about tonight. So if you join us on our Facebook page, Evine Watch Connection, we're not going to have Ryan chat on YouTube tonight because it's just way too much to handle since Justin's not here. But if you go on our Evine Watch Connection Facebook page, look for the today's top, or not today's top value, to look for the unveiling Grand Diver. Post us a picture of your favorite Grand Diver, and we'll give you a shout-out and show your collection live on the air.
We'd love to see that, so make sure you go to that page.
All right, so they're rushing me here. We have a preview. This is the brand new Sabaqua Specialty. This brand new Sabaqua Specialty does feature, in fact, a Swiss out of movement. It is available in the black, in the blue, in the green, or in the rose tone. Extraordinary limited in all. It's one of the original looks in the Sabaqua Specialty. Now, we have a couple items that are for your eyes only in the preview. Why? Their last call. Their final quantity. This sold out in October. I now have 3 remaining only in the women's Pro Diver Mini. This is a 31 millimeter. There's nothing mini about the diamonds. 259 diamonds. Over a carat of diamonds. 3 left for the holidays. And big doorbuster pricing on over a quarter carat of diamonds on this Invicta Angel. Now, it will come not only with the watch, but you'll also get 2 bracelets, all for under $100. 70 diamonds. We've sold almost 2,000. We have the 100 and the final 150. Final 150 now. It was on, I wrote down the date, October the 3rd, that Miss Lynn Shocker, in one airing, blinked, and she sold out the one and the only Reserve Grand Octane Blue Label Quartz Chrono of its kind. Gone. They all sold out. We now have 40 pieces remaining. 40. We're honoring the lowest price at $229.99. We're honoring value pays of $38.33. And just for note, I do want to let you know that if when you check out of your shopping carts tonight, your total purchase is over $699, 18-month financing on your Evine card.
Great.
18 months.
And is this the last day for it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea. Sorry. I guess I should have looked that up. At any rate, now, coming up next hour, we have the return of the transatlantic. If you want the transatlantic, I'm going to have 3 of them to show you next hour. These all sold out in their unveiling on September 24th. This is only one of them. Now, look at the dials carefully. The ivory reverses to an all ivory dial, and the red-black reverses to an all-red dial. I have 24 in the red transatlantic, 24. I have 90 in the ivory, and that, my friends, is all she wrote. That's it.
I am excited for this. The biggest offering we've ever had on one item for Star Wars. We have a total of 8 of some of your favorite characters out there, and some new characters that have never been a part of it before.
All right, so this is available brand new today at a price that is wicked. I mean, just incredibly crazy. We have available R2-D2, Stormtrooper, BB-8, Boba Fett, C-3PO, Captain Phasm. We only have 4 dozen. Darth Maul and Darth Vader. On your market, set, go. Definitely one of the lowest prices ever. But the big talk of the night is the 15th anniversary celebration of the Grand Diver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now, I got to tell you, we did not, in my opinion, bring nearly enough of this 15th anniversary Grand Diver celebration in for tonight's show. We're offering a premier price. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a $1,000 Grand Diver, and we're going to break it down very, very carefully. It is, in fact, a numbered limited edition, okay? We did not bring in all of the numbered limited edition. We were supposed to go out tonight at close to $400, and that's the honest to goodness truth. We had a price of right around $389. We have one of the best prices in the history of Invicta offering timepieces with genuine meteorite dials, and we didn't want to leave anyone out. So men, you have your 47 millimeter.
Correct.
Ladies, you have your 38 millimeter. For those of you who love a squitch of gold, we do have the 2-tone version available. For those of you who like all steel, we have the silver tone version available. But listen very carefully. Though the silver tone is a numbered limited edition of 1,000 made for the world of each, we were only able to bring in 95 total for the whole night in the 38 millimeter. 95 women can get this, and only about 250 in the men's 47 millimeter. And although the 2-tone version is a numbered limited edition of 1,500 of each, we only have 90 available in the 38 millimeter and only 250 in the 47 millimeter. Celebrating 15 years of Grand Diver, Ryan Johnson has also agreed to pick up the tab on shipping and handling.
You're welcome.
For as many as you want.
You're welcome. I didn't realize that at first, but I guess that's how I have to roll.
That's what's happening. Okay. 15 years of what our collectors call the go-to watch, right?
Well, that's really it. It is 15 years, and in fact, it's going to be 15 years in 2019, because what we did is we have an early release for you. This was not supposed to happen for another 30 to 60 days when we're going to actually present this watch, but we got it in. We got it in before the holidays here, and this is a special special opportunity for you to get into a design out there that virtually every single collector loves, that virtually every single collector has within their collection. I counted the number of Grand Divers I had this morning before on the show. I have 13 of them right now. So, and let me tell you, any one of these variations, I'd be more than happy to add to my 14th. So there's a lot to talk about in terms of the dial and why we're celebrating this out there. And there is a color and there is a size for you and perhaps maybe that special other person in your life. So you can do that match with the 2-tone or also with the silver tone. And when I look at both of these options, I can't distinguish which one I like better. I love the 2-tone variation with that Invicta blue for the bezel, or else that all silver tone with the black is extremely classic also. You know, other watch companies in the world find this material virtually impossible to get and place on their timepieces. Invicta is one of the only watch companies in the world that employs genuine meteorite, and to be able to offer you any type of meteorite timepiece for under $300 is virtually unheard of.
Today, we can get this home to you for $48.33. Today, if you're getting a couple of these, and you're picking up the Time Universe, and you're picking up the Darth Maul, and you're picking up, oh, I don't know, one of the transatlantics, if you are at that $699 overall price for your order or more, if you use your Evine credit card, you're going to have 18 months. You're going to have a year and a half to pay that order off. And as long as you make those minimum monthly payments for the next year and a half, those payments like Value Pay will be interest-free. If you don't have the Evine credit card, you can call us right now and apply for one. If you're approved over the phone lines, you can use it tonight. So if you want one of the most elusive and one of the most ancient materials known to man as the dial of your timepiece. I mean, if you're a science teacher and you show this off, you're going to be like the coolest science teacher in the history of the world. Today's the day. Now's the time, because though this is a numbered limited edition, the quantities that we brought in are extraordinarily limited compared to what we typically do. This price is also good for the unveiling. So this unveiled price is good for tonight's show. I cannot guarantee it after that because we're shipping you a $1,000 timepiece for $48.33 today. So let's talk about that dial, because it's undeniably meteorite, right?
Well, that's absolutely it. So when you're looking inside, Kendi had mentioned too, I mean, I consider this to be the most exotic material, the most sought after material that a watch company can include in for a full dial of a timepiece out there. And it's a meteorite dial. Now, this specific meteorite dial is a Muonionalusta out of the northern Sweden that was actually found back in about 1906. And so only, like I said, a fraction of companies out there actually incorporate this in. And you'll see those different striations on each and every one of the dials, those patterns that go across. That's actually the Widmanstätten pattern, which is a slow cooling process over millions and billions of years that actually create that unique dial for you. And when it comes to it, it's mostly of an iron dial, but then it's an iron compound, but some nickel and some other very trace elements of some other very rare elements all make up this meteorite dial. And we did some research a number of years ago, Kendi. There's another watch company out there, very prominent. They make nice watches. And we asked them, because it was only Invicta and this other company that had done larger production runs of meteorites inside of a dial. And we did some research. The amount, just for the upcharge alone, for the dial, was $4,000. And today, for not even 10% of what their dial upgrade was, you could have your choice of whichever one of these four options, or maybe you want to get into a couple tonight, because this is such an unbelievable deal to be able to get into the Grand Diver with the meteorite dial. And celebrating, I know I hear that too.
Is there a woodpecker in here, guys?
Oh, it's the camera.
The camera's going wild.
We'll have to check into that.
That's not irritating at all.
But
there's a noise in the studio that's like, it sounds like a typewriter.
I was able to kind of phase it out and still kind of go with everything. But, well, here's the thing, too. As I mentioned, this is the 15-year anniversary of the Grand Diver.
Yes.
And when we had the 10-year anniversary, 5 years ago, we actually had the 10th hour marker. It was all the traditional Grand Diver, but the 10 was an Arabic numeral.
Right.
For the 15th anniversary, if you notice, look at where the Arabic numerals are, at 1 and 5, indicating the 15-year anniversary. We include in even that coin edge bezel, which is what you guys prefer when it comes to the Grand Divers and the Pro Divers out there. We have a water resistance that goes along with this watch above professional dive specs to 300 meters. It includes that crown that will actually screw down for you and obtain that level of water resistance. Grand Diver on one side, we have Invicta on the other, but look at the case back. This is new, this is different also. The 15th anniversary, it's done in the gold tone, whether you're looking at the two-tone variation or the silver tone variation, and your specific number out of either 1,500 or 1,000 will be scribed in on the back, and that's a very finite number, and that it just adds to the extra special factor that just really is associated with this watch.
You know, for those of you who have followed the Grand Diver story for 15 years, and you are a huge fan, you are a collector, it is in fact your go-to timepiece, this is an opportunity to own something that's historic, something that's really only going to come around once. And we received a finite quantity. Keep in mind that Invicta celebrates with their customers all around the world. They distribute their watches all around the world. So some of those other retailers will be getting these timepieces as well. But everything about this is a classic Grand Diver. From the Invicta inscription on one side of the case to the Grand Diver on the other, to the diver logos at the end of the crown and on either side of the case. But there are special hints that this is, in fact, a very special Grand Diver. Ryan pointed out, of course, the 1 and the 5. And that 1 and the 5 will only be seen like this in this Grand Diver, and then never again. Notice that at the 6 o'clock position, it notes that it is a limited edition. There are very few Grand Divers that are numbered limited editions, but it will be that meteorite dial at the end of the day that will distinguish this from any other Grand Diver, that in addition to your number. And on the case back, the stating of 15th anniversary, your specific number, and to think that you can have a timepiece that has grown, you know, beyond virtually any other collection, the Pro Diver collection. You can own this for $48.33. And by the way, free shipping, free shipping, free shipping, regardless of how many you choose to get today. So I'm going to go ahead and put the larger size on for you. In the large size 47 millimeter, that is a classic Grand Diver. It is about 17 millimeters thick and features a bracelet that is about 8.5 inches. For the ladies, and ladies, I can wear that larger version. For the ladies who want something a little bit more demure, and there might be a couple of guys that might be willing to or want to step into a 38 millimeter, that 38 millimeter over 8 inches, and it is selling out very, very quickly because we just don't offer enough meteorite for the ladies. So in the women's 38 millimeter, I have fewer than 90 each, right? In both the two-tone with the blue bezel and the gold down the center of the dial, and in the silver tone. So the women's is going to go very quickly, fewer than 90 of each, but we only brought about 250 each in the gentleman's version. So, oh my gosh, if you want the 47 millimeter, we have, Ryan, they're going to sell out in this hour.
Are they?
We have fewer than 200 in each execution for the gentleman. So I'm going to take these off, Ryan, and I'm going to have you give us a tour of this live. I'm going to actually bring it down, guys. And let's talk about what makes this classic and then what makes it the 15th anniversary stand out.
Okay, so what makes this watch classic is Invicta, throughout the history, with the whole quartz crisis or the quartz revolution with battery-operated watches, a lot of mechanical companies, such as Invicta, we use mechanical movements, went dormant for a couple of decades. Well, A.L. Lala, our CEO, he brought the company back in 1991 with a design such as this, called the Pro Diver. It was much smaller, but it was actually very close to the silver tone black variation that we have, except it didn't have that meteorite dial, smaller variation. But what I'm saying is it's the same case design that's a part of it. It's still a design that is just coveted by collectors today. It's still a design that so many people use as their go-to watch for just daily, for swimming activities, water sports, or just casual wear too. That's why it's one of my favorite collections out there, because it's so versatile out there. Really, virtually anything you're doing, you can always have a Grand Diver on your wrist. And now this is one of those chances for you to have maybe a material you have never ever seen before, which is the meteorite dial. You get a chance, you get the opportunity to have that on your wrist. And think about some of those people that would be asking you about, oh my gosh, they're going to love the timepiece regardless. And when you say, guess what, it's a meteorite dial, it's going to absolutely blow them away. Now, here are a couple of things that you'll see with the timepiece here. We do have a magnification window that you can easily see the calendar date of the month here through that window that's been done. We include in the coin edge bezel, so it's very, very easy, and that can be rotated counterclockwise. That can be used as a timing device on this watch, as Kendi is just showing right now. Look at, too, the intense, the high polish mirror that just is done for every single aspect of the timepiece, even when it comes to the Grand Diver logo that is both north and south of the case, but then also is the 6 o'clock hour mark on the timepiece. And now again, with this being that 15-year anniversary, we have the Arabic numerals at the 1 and the 5. Maybe you got in on the 10-year anniversary just about 5 years ago. This is the time to get into the 15-year anniversary when it comes to this timepiece. Also, limited edition. Silver tone variations, only 1,000 in terms of the 38 and also the 47. The two-tone, which is right here, still very classic with the two-tone with the gold tone and the blue. 1,500. Grand Diver carved in on the side, and also the Grand Diver logo is a part of that screw-down crown, which lends to those 300 meters of water resistance. And then, of course, I love the gold tone back that we've included in for the case back. Has the Invicta model number, the 15th anniversary, as you can see, the water resistance right here being 300 meters that's associated with the timepiece. And then we've placed in that NH35A. Out of all the watches that I have personally, I have the most NH35As, a mechanical automatic, no battery on the inside, that can be wound up via the crown, or just by simply wearing the timepiece, you're going to have a power life or a power reserve of over 41 hours if you just let that watch sit down. It's beautiful because there's no requirement for a battery. You never have to send in the watch for a battery because a battery doesn't exist. And it actually delivers to you that sweeping second hand when you're looking inside of this beautiful dial. And as we mentioned before, that beautiful dial is that meteorite dial out there. Again, Invicta is just really a handful of companies that have done it in larger production runs out there. And I think this would be just really the ultimate add to your collection at a very affordable price tonight.
Well, you know, for those of you who are maybe also celebrating your 15th anniversary, it might be a fun piece to kind of celebrate together with. We are selling out of these very, very quickly. A finite supply was brought to Evine for tonight's unveiling. Occasionally we do full hours of unveiling, and in this hour we're going to unveil a couple watches for you, which is a little bit fun. Next hour is going to be dedicated to the Transatlantic, which we unveiled on it was July 24th, I believe, completely sold out and hasn't been back since then. We have another unveiling coming up in our third hour tonight that's very, very exciting in a Bolt Zeus, so watch for that as well. We have a brand new Star Wars, and we're going to be taking down the Time Universe in terms of value. So we also are going to be featuring over the course of these 3 hours some extraordinary limited last call final quantity items on some high-end diamond pieces. And we are doing that for last call. We're also doing it because we right now have 18-month financing in place if you're using the Evine credit card. So what Ryan's wearing right now is the Silvertone version. That is done with a very simple jet black dial. If you choose the bezel. If you choose the two-tone version, which I just put on in the ladies 38 millimeter, then you're getting two-tone on that coin edge bezel. You're getting two-tone down the center link, and you're getting the blue accent around that bezel. By the way, every single leather jacket that we are wearing tonight, all 4 of us, and that is Jamie and Johanna. We want to welcome them tonight. All of these jackets are coming up tonight. I believe, is it at 1 a.m. Eastern during the Mark New York show?
I believe so, yep, right after my last hour with Lynn tonight, so it'll be 1 a.m. Eastern.
And I think it's Kathy Norton that's doing that show? I can't remember for sure. But so if you love any of the leather jackets that we're wearing, any of the coats we're wearing, they're coming up a little bit later tonight. Maybe you have a beautiful wife, gentlemen, that has been complimenting you on your meteorite dial for years. And there hasn't been quite the meteorite dial that she would like to step into yet because she wants something a little bit more demure. This is still a bold timepiece, I'm not going to lie to you. But it is definitely a piece that is wearable. I have a 6-inch wrist. No problem at all wearing either of the sizes in this. And you have to know that what you're getting is going to be one of the most rare, one of the most expensive, and one of the oldest, and we're talking bazillions of years old, oldest materials known to man. This is a very small field in northern Switzerland where Sweden. I don't know why I've got Switzerland in the brain. In Sweden,
okay,
where rockhounds can only hunt for this material a couple months of the year, and here's why. In the winter, it's frozen. In the summer, that is where all the believe it or not, the mosquitoes are worse than in Minnesota, up there in Sweden.
That's actually hard to believe. So.
But it's really true. And if you watch any videos on Buena Lista meteorite, you will hear those rockhounds talking about how they cannot go when the mosquitoes are out. We actually call it, here in Minnesota, our state bird. That's how big and how many mosquitoes live in Minnesota. Supposedly in northern Sweden, it's even worse.
Well, in fact, where the field is, it's actually about 87 miles north of the Arctic Circle, too. Yeah. So, I mean, it is really up there. And in fact, the meteorite just isn't in one area. It's actually gone through about 3 or 4 different ice ages. So what happens is the Earth gets brought up and the the glacier actually carries the Earth and drops it in different places. So it's not an easy material to be able to find within the field. So here we go. It is the classic Grand Diver, that 47 millimeters. And we did the scalloped edges for a number of years, but we found out through research that you guys actually preferred the coin edge bezel. That's what has this on this timepiece. That makes it easier to use it as a timing device. I want you to look inside of the dial. Look at those beautiful striations on the inside of the dial here for you. Every single dial will be different and unique to you with those striations, which actually is part of the Windman-Staton pattern, which is a cooling process with this meteorite over millions and millions of years traveling through outer space before it actually impacted the Earth. I also want you to notice, too, what a lot of collectors love to see is when you're looking inside of this dial, notice the sweeping second hand. That is indicative of this watch having that mechanical automatic movement. And in fact, that movement is moving at 6 steps per second, or 21,600 vibrations per hour. And as I mentioned before, the movement that it's NH35A, out of all the different movements in the watches I have the most NH35As, and I can just lend personal testimony to the accuracy that goes along. Just the robust factor. If I bump the watch a little bit, the watch still delivers a very, very accurate time, and I'm really happy to have those movements.
So here's what's happening. These are selling out. These are going to be gone tonight. And you saw what happened when we unveiled the transatlantic back in July. August, September, October, November, December. Over 5 months to get that transatlantic back in stock. And I have to warn you, next hour, we don't have very many at all. They're going to sell out very quickly once again. So everything that's in tonight's show is limited, including this. And though the numbered limited edition on the silver tone is 1,000 and on the two-tone is 1,500, we only got a fraction of that quantity in stock. So here's what we're going to do. These are selling out very quickly, but we're going to give you some updates on some very limited edition pieces, some very small final quantity items that we want to make you aware are available on 18-month financing today. Also, if you go to my Facebook page, you will see that we have a Refer a Friend program where you can save up to 25% on a future order. So if you have not gone to that particular website yet, do that. Also, there it is. Go to share.evine.com/TV. share.evine.com/TV. Also, if you right now go to the Evine Watch Connection Facebook page, you're going to see a post on this timepiece. If you post a picture of your favorite Grand Diver, we will give you a shout out and we will show your favorite Grand Diver live on the air. And guys, we want to hear from you. We'd love to get your testimonials. We'd love to chat with you. We'd love to hear what you're doing for the holidays. And if you're shopping for Christmas, you're going to have to lock in these orders really, really quickly if you want guaranteed Christmas delivery. The one thing I will tell you is it's risk-free shopping because we are honoring holiday return privileges through the end of January. So if you buy a watch and it's not quite the right watch for him or for her, you have through end of January to return these. For this unveiling only, a special premiere price that's good for tonight. For this unveiling only, Ryan is picking up the tab on shipping and handling on as many of these as you would like. So 38 millimeter or 47 millimeter, you choose your poison. Here's what we have left. We began with over 700, I think closer to 750 watches total.
The black.
We now have how many total? 470. 400 and you guys, we are racing toward half gone. We are racing toward half gone, and Ryan and I are here for 3 hours for you tonight. So, you know what? That's a watch, Ryan. I mean, honestly, you can see that from across the room.
Oh, definitely. With all that mirror polishing that makes up all the different metalwork on the timepiece. I mean, this is like what we carry over from the Excursion. It is not just that high polish. I mean, it is that intense mirror polishing for everything on this watch. And typically when it comes to a Grand Diver, we have a satin finish and just a high polish finish. Now, I put Jamie in the silver tone variation because he has on all these darks that go along even with his shoes. And you can just see everything is black except for the bracelet.
That's hot.
And then, of course, that meteorite dial that is just popping just from the cuff of the sleeve on that leather jacket for him. So, I mean, what do you guys think about the watches here tonight?
Oh, it's great.
You like it?
I like the contrast in the color.
Beautiful. And that size works for you, Johanna?
It does.
It does? Okay, perfect. Well, we have 2 scores right there.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and give you a live look at a few of the pieces that are coming up and a few of the pieces that are very, very limited and last call limited quantity items. Then we're going to come right back to the unveiling. This is the worldwide launch. It is the worldwide unveiling of the 15th anniversary celebration watch, a numbered limited edition in the Grand Diver, in an automatic, and maybe, hopefully, if we get some posts from you on our Evine watch collection, we'll have Ryan go to the monitor and give you guys a couple of shout outs. How does that sound? So stay on the phone lines. We're keeping track here. We're going to give you an update in just a second. But first, for those of you who are shopping for those rare finds, we have the very we have a sellout. We have a sellout. We warned you this was going to happen.
Yep.
The women's pro diver sold out. We're going to see a lot of our diamond pieces sell out tonight. Remember, we are honoring. If you place an order that's over $600, if it's over $499, you get 12-month financing. If you place an order that's over $699, 18-month financing tonight. 18-month financing. But you need the Evine credit card, so call us and apply for it. If you're approved over the phone lines, and you likely will be, you can shop with it tonight. So I have the final 100 of these diamond timepieces left for the ladies. Final 100. We've already sold close to 2,000. 70 diamonds, both around the bezel of this beautiful timepiece and on the bracelet. It's going to be accompanied by two beautiful bracelets. That is a 30 millimeter. It's completely drenched in gold tone, flame fusion crystal, 100 meters water resistant, pretty, elegant, sophisticated mother of pearl, and ridiculously priced for over a quarter carat of diamonds.
I love the simplicity that goes along. Just a two-hand movement with that beautiful mother of pearl dial, and the tapering bracelet just perfectly wraps around the wrist.
Easter Sunday, Mother's Day, graduation, Christmas now. This is also last call. It was 1 week ago that we launched to the world the first ever reserve Sabakwa Sea Dragon with any diamonds at all. This one, 2 diamonds shy of 400 diamonds. 398 diamonds, totaling close to 2 carats of diamonds. This qualifies for 18-month financing, guys. Think about that. So definitely under $100 a month to get this home.
Quadruple row of diamonds going around that bezel, all done in silver tone. Absolutely gorgeous.
Fewer than 20 of those left. Now, if you missed out on the Grand Octane Blue label, I think it was 300 or 400, no, 500 of these sold out on October 3rd. In one earring, 500 pieces. Guys, I have 2 dozen left.
Yeah.
The only other reserve Grand Octane and Blue label was a diamond pave, right?
Yep, that's right. So it's hard to keep these in stock. And so when we're talking about Blue label, smaller production runs, all the metalwork is done in that blue. And then we have hints of that gold tone going around. Extremely popular. We cannot keep any of the Blue labels in stock.
All right. It is also last call. And on my card, it says final quantities. Now, I don't know if this is final quantities forever, probably final quantities for the year. We are down to the final color execution of our 52 millimeter Thunderbolt with the black cable. So all gold over the stainless in the black. So this is gold tone black. I have 3 dozen available at a doorbuster price, which is guaranteed to be the lowest price of the season. 3 dozen left. That's the lowest price ever.
I never thought we'd ever get to a $169.99 on a Thunderbolt, let alone a Thunderbolt on a bracelet. So if you've been waiting for that Thunderbolt, now is the time to be able to get into this watch.
Okay, 3 dozen. That's all we have. And this one, the sportiest watch of the night. I love it. This is going to be so much fun under the Christmas tree. Now, this is a once only. This is a very limited once only. A once only is when we guarantee that you are stepping into the lowest price ever. You will never get a lower price. The price goes up at the end of the show. It is a once only on our black and white. I have 70 left. Our black and white S1 Rally 45 millimeter. It comes in the helmet case. 5-star reviewed. We've never done this price, a price this low. We will never do a price this low ever again. On your market, set down.
Yeah. This is a fun show.
Okay, so next hour, you know what we're doing.
Yes.
Next hour.
Next hour is
we
big,
are going to re-unveil the transatlantics that were unveiled on on July 24th and sold out instantly. The transatlantics are coming up next hour. And then we're going to Jamaica, man,
this month
in the last hour.
It's going to be a fun night.
Going to Jamaica, man. Okay. This is a huge celebration night. It is the 15th anniversary celebration of what our collectors refer to day in and day out as the go-to timepiece. It is a part of the #1 top-selling collection at Invicta, and that is the Pro Diver collection. The Grand Diver is the go-to watch, and at one time in the history of Invicta, it was the largest watch they made in a 47 millimeter. It's called the Grand Diver. And today, when I see a collector, he's typically wearing a Grand Diver. When these guys, well, where's the other guy? Ryan Johnson and Justin Zimmer. If you just tuned in, Justin Zimmer, his beautiful wife, Kat, had a beautiful baby girl. Baby B, that's all I can tell you. So congratulations to them. He's going to be out for a little while, just doting. And I texted him a little note today because he texted me like the first dozen nicknames he has for her. And I said, oh, you're whooped. I said, your wife is going to be the disciplinarian because you are gone. He's long gone.
Daddy's little girl. That's right.
She is already daddy's little girl. So, but when I see Justin and Ryan out, this is the watch they're wearing. And this is the watch that you can wear virtually every day because it's virtually indestructible. So we started the night off with a price of almost $1,000. We started the night off with a price that was supposed to go to $389. But for the remainder of you that can call as quickly as humanly possible, and please check out of your shopping carts, with 750 of these originally available, allocated for the Evine customer, we have 400 left. So we are racing toward half sold out. So the Silvertone, a numbered limited edition of 1,000 pieces. We were only allotted in the Silvertone about 100 in the women's 38 millimeter and about 250 in the men's. In the two-tone, a numbered limited edition of 1,500, we were only given here at Evine a small number. And it's only tonight's show that I can guarantee you a 70% discount on a Grand Diver numbered limited edition celebrating the 15th anniversary with Muenlusta meteorite dial. If you'd like it, Ryan's picking up the tab on shipping and handling for as many as you want. It's free shipping.
Didn't find out about that until the show.
And we can get it home to you for $48.33. And the one thing that I have forgotten to mention is that we did get back in stock for tonight's show. After selling thousands of them, the very popular Invicta Elements stainless steel 9-inch bracelet with a 1-inch extender. If you would like that bracelet, it is available in your choice of either a foxtail or a wheat. And I should probably get both of them out here and hold them side by side and show you the difference between the two. We have the foxtail or the wheat chain, and then you can choose the steel or the gold over steel. Okay? But they've been hugely popular. They're only $59. $59 is all. So add that on to your order. So let's start off in talking to the new customer first.
Sure.
And we understand this is a 15th anniversary, but what is the Grand Diver and how important is it to Invicta's world?
So the Grand Diver actually, it's called the Grand Diver because when we started out with the Pro Diver, it was about a 38, 40 millimeter timepiece. And in fact, 40 millimeters to start out with. So over time, watches, we started to go a little bit larger. We wanted to have something bigger, just a little bit even more robust than the Pro Diver, which is a professional dive watch at 200 meters. So we came out with a 47 millimeter, which is about 1/4 of an inch larger, which is actually pretty dramatic in terms of the case size. So what we've done is we've beefed up the Pro Diver, called the Grand Diver, and so it's a little bit of a thicker case. Larger design in terms of the bracelet, the solid links that continue to go along with it, but it still carries that diver's DNA as how the case actually goes in along the side and actually bows out a little bit to be a crown protector on both sides, north and south of the crown. We still have then a screw-down crown, which lends to that water resistance, being 300 meters above and beyond professional dive specs. So in addition to that, we have the very, very high polish when it comes to all the different aspects of the watch, and this doesn't happen very often, with all that mirror polishing that's been done for the gold tone and also for the silver tone components of the entire watch. But what makes this different are a few different things. This is the 15-year anniversary of the Grand Diver. And how that's designated, how you can see that, are by the Arabic numerals at the 1 o'clock hour marker and also the 5th hour marker. When we had the 10-year anniversary, we had the 10 o'clock hour marker as an Arabic numeral, with all the rest of the hour markers being either the triangles or the rectangles or circles on the inside. So maybe you picked up on that 4 or 5 years ago. Here's your chance to get on the 15-year anniversary. But what we did with this version that we didn't before is that we have that meteorite dial on the inside.
We have a sellout. We told you this was going to happen over the course of the show. The Grand Octane is now sold out. Whenever we are sharing with you those last call, those limited items, just know it's the last look for the year. It's the last look to get it home to you for the holidays. So we're going to try to do that each and every hour, offer you last call items. So ladies, we have rarely offered you a chance to get a meteorite dial in a little bit more of the demure timepiece. Today, this 38 millimeter is rare in a Grand Diver. You have an extraordinarily reliable movement. You have a rare and ancient dial, an expensive dial execution at the lowest price we could possibly bring you. And by the way, if you're getting a number of gifts, you're getting a number of watches today, look at the left-hand side of your screen. I want to remind you, if your order that you place, the total is over $499, you can request 12-month financing. Today, and I believe this starts and ends today, if your orders are $699 or above, you'll have 18 months, a year and a half to pay off your entire order. And you can put as many items into that order as you want to, which is incredible. It's 15 days till Christmas. You've got to check out. So 38 millimeter for the ladies. Let me give you the specs on it. 38 millimeters, about 16 millimeters thick, and a bracelet that will definitely fit those of you who need that 8-inch bracelet. With free shipping, we can get this home to you for about $48.33 plus your tax. In the women's version, we are almost sold out in both executions. We have available the steel version with the black bezel or the two-tone in the blue bezel. And which is going to go first in the ladies, Dave? The two-tone? Oh, fewer than 6 dozen in the two-tone. So that will be the first to go. And the question I'm always asked is, can the ladies wear the larger version?
Yeah.
Let me show you.
In fact, I believe women can easily pull off that larger variation.
Oh, gosh,
you have a six inch wrist.
Yeah.
So you can see how a 47 millimeter fits. A little bit oversized, but you know what? A little easier to read in addition to that. So what you get is, I want to talk about the colors just for a second.
Yeah.
These two color choices here, the black that goes along with the silver tone, really was basically the first watch back in 1991, except it had a black dial. Same DNA, a little bit smaller, mechanical automatic movement was on the inside. And so that was over 25 years ago. We still have that same design. We still have that same color combination today. And as you can tell, people love it. They're still adding that to their collection. Yeah. When it comes to the two-tone variation, we're talking about the silver tone that goes along with the gold tone and then that Invicta blue. This is also one of the first variations that we came out with in a 40 millimeter Pro Diver variation. In fact, this is very similar to my first Invicta watch. It's a 40 millimeter Pro Diver two-tone with the blue bezel, and it actually had the blue dial. This one has that exotic meteorite dial on the inside for you. You can see the gold tone that's been included in for this variation that goes for the center links, around the bezel for the crown, the framing that actually goes around the hour or the dates of the month, all the individual hour markers, and also the framing that goes along for the hour, the minute, and the second hand, and of course, the Grand Diver logo at the bottom of the dial for you. I'm going to turn around the watch just so you can see the case back, because whether you go with the silver tone variation or the two-tone variation, it will have the gold tone case back for you that tells about the limited numbered edition, what number you will have either out of 1,500 in the two-tone or 1,000 in terms of the silver tone variation. You get to see the movement, how that rotor will turn back and forth and wind up the watch automatically. And this movement, too, it can't be assembled by a machine. This movement actually has to be assembled by human hands to put together. And as I mentioned before, unless you're just tuning in, I said that out of all the watch movements that I have the most NH35As amongst anything. And I can just lend to the robust and the accuracy that goes along and just how it delivers such a great time on the wrist.
I want to get to the big monitor again.
Okay.
But before we do, I want to go to the phone lines and welcome in Johnny in Oklahoma. Johnny, welcome to our big unveiling of the 15th anniversary Grand Diver. How are you tonight?
Well, I'm doing great. Thank you.
Terrific. Are you shopping for you, or are you getting some holiday shopping done?
For myself, what are you going to do?
So tell us what you got.
The 47-millimeter Grand Diver, the 15th anniversary limited edition.
Excellent. Is it your first Grand Diver, or are you a collector?
No, I have 2 other Grand Divers, and I have a Jason Taylor edition watch, and I have like 5 of the Coalition Forces watch. So I'm not a big collector, but I collect a little bit.
Fantastic. What was it about this Grand Diver that caught your eye?
Well, I like the silver tone, but it's automatic, and all my other ones, are battery.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that it's an automatic.
Well, and you're getting one of the most rare materials, and it's likely you'll never see a meteorite dial watch at a price this low again. So congratulations, and enjoy showing it off.
Right. Thank you. The meteorite was pretty cool, too.
Yeah,
Terrific.
definitely is. Thanks, Johnny.
Well, thanks for your call, and enjoy showing it off, and happy holidays as well. All right, so what I'd like to do, if we can, is can we go to the screen again? What was that? It doesn't really matter. Okay, we're going to try it on the really big screen.
That sounds great.
And then maybe we can also see if anyone's been posting on our Evine. By the way, I want to say I'm sorry. Ryan is not chatting on our YouTube channel tonight, only because we don't have Justin here because he's busy with the little baby. But if you go ahead and post on our Evine Watch Connection page, a picture of your favorite Grand Diver or another one of your favorite watches, we'll give you a little shout out live on air. How does that sound? So you go to Watch Connection. It's Evine's Watch Connection. And we'll see if anybody has posted a picture of their watch. And if you do, we'll give you a little shout out. All right. So in terms of a Grand Diver, this is very, very much a classic Grand Diver, right, Ryan?
Well, that's right. In terms of the build that goes along with the Grand Diver, just with all the DNA that goes along with the Grand Diver. See, Grand Diver is scribed in on the side here, both north and south, or east and west of the crown, depending on how you're looking at it. The Grand Diver logo is both north and south of the case as part of the bracelet. That center link of the bracelet, it's also part. The coin edge bezel that goes around, even the fonts when it comes to all the Arabic numerals that go around that unidirectional rotating bezel, solid 3-link design that's included for the bracelet, along with that upgraded scissor-style deployant closure, all makes this extremely classic. Now, what's different about this watch is usually we have a satin finish and a high polish finish that's alternating between the different links. This one is all mirror polish. I mean, it is that excursion polish, not only on the front of the bracelet, but when you turn the watch around, we didn't have to do this. The back of the bracelet already has that same polishing that has been done as on the top of the bracelet for you. Here is the Flip Lock Safety Divers class. We included right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 micro adjustments, because if you happen to take out a link and it's just a little bit too tight, when you put that link back in, the watch is just a little bit too loose, you can adjust those micro adjustments so you get that perfect fit and feel that you deserve on the wrist. Now here is what we're talking about with the Grand Diver, with the 15th anniversary. The 1st hour marker and also the 5th hour marker are Arabic numerals that designate that. And remember, at the top of the show, I said that this watch wasn't supposed to debut for about another 30 to 60 days. We brought it up early before that holiday season for you. This was extra, extra special. A lot of people had to work to make this happen for you tonight, and so many of you are taking advantage of it. Now, for the dial with this watch, only Invicta and a handful of companies really use meteorite dial, and I consider that to be really the most exotic, the most sought-after material that you can place in for a dial, and we've been doing it for years. This actually is the Muonionusta meteorite. It's about 7 different syllables, and you only have to say it all together. But here's the thing is, you have that meteorite dial that crashed here on Earth about 1 million years ago, northern part of Sweden, upper 80 miles north of the Arctic Circle. I mean, this is hard to find out there, but we still have the contacts. We can build, we can create these dials on the inside, so you have an opportunity to get into really the most exotic material that one can incorporate inside of a watch here. And you can get it tonight. 2 different sizes, 2 different colors. And once these are gone, I don't know when these are coming back. We can get more perhaps by the cruise. I don't know for sure. So place your order here tonight.
The one thing I didn't get to show you on the case back on this particular presentation is on the case back, it does state that it's his 15th anniversary. So 15th anniversary states on the back. Oh, are you kidding? You guys, this is going to sell out tonight. We started with 750. We are down to 300 remaining. 300. So next hour, we're going to go into a re-unveiling. It was on July 24th or 27th that we unveiled the return of the transatlantic. It sold out instantly. We haven't seen it since. It's back. And I have 3 different executions. This is one of the executions. And you choose ivory or red. The red is almost sold out already. And, oh, you are already shopping on the brand new Star Wars timepiece. This is actually coming up next hour, as is a brand new lowest price ever on the Time Universe. This Grand Pro Diver, it's the first one ever in the Star Wars collection, featuring R2-D2, BB-8, Boba Fett, C-3PO, Captain Phasma, 40 left. This is the first time we've done Captain Phasma,
Captain
right?
Phasma and also Darth Maul. Our
Darth
first
Maul.
times, yes.
Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper get a head start. Well, you know, it's hard to beat a meteorite dial. But when it comes to the top rated watch by our customers that Invicta makes, it is topped by the Reserve Sabacua Specialty. The Reserve Sabacua Specialty is the #1 top rated by our customer watch of all time. So if you're new with us and you're thinking, but what are they great at? Well, they built their business on the Grand Diver, but their top rated watch is the Sabacua, so you can't go wrong. And this is one of the single most absurd prices ever in the history of a Reserve Sabacua Specialty on a bracelet in one of the original designs. This is a crazy value, and we didn't bring a lot of these in. So here are your choices. The rose tone will likely go first because it is such a dressy watch. The rose tone has an ivory dial that is breathtakingly beautiful. So if you want the rose tone, I'm going to call that's probably going to be the first to sell out. We only have a few more than 100. Next to that is the blue, and the blue is really interesting because not only do you have blue, but hey, Chicago wins.
I knew it was coming.
You've got orange.
I
Go
knew.
Bears. Just saying.
I was waiting for it.
Just saying. Just saying. Orange and blue, 2 of my favorite colors together. But then again, I like football, and I'm from Chicago. So there you go. Then we have the green for the cheeseheads. You know, we just, you know, there's no gold there, so missing something, but aren't they always? But
ouch!
Here is the green. Here's the, can you tell we're Midwest rivals here? And there isn't a purple. So sad. But there is the black with the red. If there was a purple, then we'd really have a competition going on. But
yes,
we don't.
would.
So why do you think, and this is, oh my word, guys, this has got to be the lowest price we've ever done on an original reserve level specialty Sabacua. This is 82% off for tonight's show. It's a doorbuster. We're guaranteeing this is the lowest price of the season. You can get a specialty Sabacua home on your wrist. Look right there, $31.67. So what's your favorite color since there isn't purple, Ryan?
You know what? I'll go green. I'll go green.
No, you won't. You don't like those cheeseheads.
I'll go green.
No, you won't.
So anyway, well, what we have here, Kenny's right. When we're talking about the Sub Aqua specialty, part of the Sub Aqua collection. And in fact, for a number of years, this was the most complex build we had ever created. We're talking about over 40 different components make up this variation for what we refer to as that case and cradle design. We came out with this about 12, 13 years ago. So what you can see on the very inside right here, that's actually the case. And then there's another component that's called the cradle that I'm touching with my hand here that goes with the skeletonized lug system that goes all the way around that case. And then look at all the different pieces that actually make up the bezel. The outer portion of the bezel is done with the high polish, the green for the center portion of the bezel, and the satin finish for the inner portion of the bezel. And then the 6 different screws all make that up. There's 9 different pieces all right here that make up that particular variation. Then we have the screw down function pushers, screw down crown that's a part of it, 5-link bracelet design that's a part of the timepiece also, and it's a matte finish in the center and then a satin finish on the outer links. And here's what this watch looks like on the wrist. I love the bracelet on this watch, Kendi. It just wraps around. It delivers a very, very comfortable fit. We make the bracelet very generous. That will fit wrist sizes all the way up to about 9 inches.
Speaking of bracelets, if you don't know the difference between the different bracelets that we're making available in steel for $59, this is the Wheat Link. The Wheat Link has very soft, rounded edges on it. The Foxtail is more of a squared off geometric link. Do you see the difference? So this is the Foxtail, all right, and that's the Wheat Link. The Wheat Link is soft and rounded. The Foxtail is more squared off. And remember, those are only $59. They sell out every time they're on the air in the gold over the steel. And there's the item number 661553 or the just the steel on its own. Can I have you put the black and red on?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Because I'm thinking with your leather jacket. Now, if you love leather, tonight at 1 a.m. Eastern, Mark, New York, all the leather jackets that we're all wearing tonight are all going to be a part of the show. The last time Todd did that show, almost everything sold out.
Yeah, it was a big show. I remember that.
Okay, that is a hot color on you.
Well, thank you.
Much better than the cheesehead color.
So a couple of the things that we're talking about with this watch, it is falls underneath the reserve umbrella. So we're talking about that upper echelon of everything that we make at the company. A bold 52 millimeters sitting on the wrist in terms of the case diameter. That's over 2 inches. Over the profile is 3/4 of an inch or 18 millimeters rising up from the wrist. We include in the Swiss movement, which is an ETA G10 caliber that measures or that dictates the time, tells you the date, and there's also a 10-hour chronograph that's a part of the timepiece. And even notice the dial. We refer to that as that guilloche-inspired time or dial, which we do an oil press technique to give you that same look. Guilloche is actually a hand-carved dial, and it's thousands of dollars. We have that same look. But obviously it's not thousands of dollars because otherwise the watch would be a lot more for you. But still a customer favorite, still one of our more complex designs out there that we, from about 12, 13 years ago that we still continue today. And our customer base they keep on asking for more of these timepieces. And right now, brand new this show, 4 other different variations.
This is not a $189 watch. No. This is a $1,000 timepiece. It's just that we are offering you that original specialty Sub Aqua at a holiday price. So if you've always wanted to get a specialty Sub Aqua, maybe it's always been price prohibitive, today we've got the best of the best, and we've got the best color combination ever. The blue with the orange. If you're from Chicago, get out of here.
There you go.
Even if you're not, it's a great color combination. But the dressiest of all is this rose tone. This becomes an executive man's watch. This becomes the I own the place watch. This becomes that piece that you put on and everyone absolutely notices. It comes from one of the most important collections in Invicta's history, and that is the Sub Aqua collection. There are no other Sub Aqua specialties in the night. This is the one and only one. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing such a colorful shirt today, well, because it's kind of holiday, but it's also kind of happy Rasta.
That's right. Coming up in about an hour.
We're going to be going a little Rasta in an hour. Just so you know, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, it is a Bolt Zeus unlike you will ever see ever again.
Ever.
in a numbered limited edition. So that's coming up in our third hour. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, we have some great watches. Coming up here just for the holidays. It's, sort of a great chance for you to get those holiday gifts here get them home before they come up. So I'm going to show you one thing really quick with the timepiece. I've never done this before.
Okay.
I've done this on a Sea Hunter, but I've never done this on a Sabacua Specialty. Here we go. Just in terms of talking about the size of the dial on this timepiece. Here we go.
Well, you could. I don't know if it's going to be. I would not recommend it as a coaster. Let me just put it that way. There are Waterford crystal coasters if you want coasters. So here's what we're going to do. In about a minute and a half, we're going to step into our second hour of Power Play. We have 2 more hours of Power Play, and then Lynn's going to carry on after that. Next hour, we're going to do a re-unveiling and an unveiling. Does that make sense? So in July, we unveiled the bring back of the transatlantic in a whole new style. They all sold out instantly. Have not seen them since July. Just got them back in stock, and they are crazy limited. Then we're going to unveil to you a brand new Star Wars, and we're taking the Time Universe down to the lowest price ever.
That Time Universe, if you're a Star Wars fan, you need to stay tuned because if you have never seen the watch before, you will be absolutely just dumbfounded. And the price, it is a must-have price. That's all I'm going to say.
This is the price of a lifetime on a specialty Sabacua. It's the price of a lifetime. If you love black leather, I would go with the black with the red subdials. If you love high-end dressy, I would go with the rose gold. If you love green, we've got the green. And if you're from Chicago, come on. You got to get the Bears color, Just saying.
Of course.
The orange and the blue. So if you missed the beginning of this hour, I want to remind you that we launched at the beginning of this hour the Grand Diver, celebrating 15 years of Grand Diver with a genuine meteorite dial. It is still available, but it's over 60% gone. Over 60% gone already. Wow. All right, so on your mark, get set. Don't pass go. Just call as quickly as humanly possible. This is the bring back of the Time Universe. We launched this live from New York Comic-Con, and it's sold out instantly today. Brand new lowest price ever. I have about 140 each. You choose the Rebel Alliance or the Empire design. And you guys are already shopping like crazy for the Grand Pro Diver. First time ever seeing the Grand Pro Diver as a part of the Star Wars line. From upper left to right. Are you ready? BB-8. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get this. C-3PO, is that the next one?
C-3PO.
R2-D2.
Yep,
Stormtrooper. As we drop down.
Darth Vader.
Darth Maul. Boba Fett. And for the first time ever, Captain Phasma.
Do you know how tall Captain Phasma is?
No.
6'6".
What?
Yes. And the actress,
she's a beast.
The actress is actually 6'3" herself.
She's a beast. Okay, so if you're looking for a gift, and I understand that a lot of the price points that we're showing you today are not really gift price points, we wanted to make sure we got it out here for you. In a helmet case, you are getting a Pro Diver Quartz chronograph for $69.99. You just choose if you want the black-blue or if you want the blue-red to the left. But if you need gifts under $70, on your mark, get set, go. And then we are going to be celebrating Jamaica, man. We're going to be celebrating kind of the Rusty life.
That's right.
At the top of next hour. And if you'd like to get a head start, you certainly can. This is a don't worry, be happy.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Big smile on the face.
And I got to tell you, to get that tri-cable in the colors of the Rastafarian flag. Now, we have 2 different bolt Zeus's to share with you in celebrating Jamaica. We have the strap version, and we have the bracelet version available. Green, gold, and red. And then, of course, the black strap representing the Rastafarian flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very cool. Really sort of went viral on my Instagram page, Invicta Ryan. Everybody's loving it.
So we have a couple of pieces in our show tonight that are last call, limited quantity, final quantity of the year. This is that same specialty sabacc we just showed you, but it's scaled down considerably to a 44 millimeter, and there are 446 diamonds on that dial. So for the ladies, that instantly qualifies for 18-month financing on the Evine card. I have 4 diamond specialty sabaccas left. Oh, resurgence. So this is what we're going to do very quickly. We're going to spend a minute on each transatlantic, explaining to you what your choices are. I am going to highly, 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 highly recommend that once you have your choice done, that you check out of your shopping carts as quickly as humanly possible, because these are going to go fast. We launched these on July 24th. They sold out instantly, and the first to sell out was this one. Now, we're going to explain what the transatlantic is. We're going to explain where it came from. But first, I want to get the choices out. This is your red choice. Dave, help me out. How many do I have left in the red? 18 left in the red. This will likely be the first to sell out again. So this is your red, and yes, you can wear it either way. Your next choice is the ivory. We did bring a lot more of the ivory in, but we are down in the ivory too. 85 pieces remaining in the ivory. $61.50 gets this home. All right? Then, and we're going to go through a whole tour of this in just a second. Then we have the nose art version. And for those of you who know the history of the artists who, in order to bring a little happiness to the lives of the military, placed beautiful artwork on the noses of the fighter planes. We have available the only version of the transatlantic on a strap. Your choice of, which one are you going to show us here first, Ryan?
The black, I believe. We're going by the dial color, right?
Let me see what the, turn it over. Let me see the image. It's okay to show it.
Yeah, I know.
That's what they're going to get.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. This is the black version. We're calling it black. Now, if you choose the black version, you're going to get the red head.
Okay.
Just saying. So if you choose the black version, you're going to get the red head, fewer than 2 dozen. And you can see like the metal.
The rivets.
The rivets of the plane. And if you choose the gunmetal version, let's show them that one. If you choose the gunmetal, that has the gunmetal dial. I have only 4 dozen remaining of the gunmetal. And if you choose the gunmetal, you're going to get on the reverse side.
I can't keep it. There we go. It's hard to keep the watch in the shot. Here we go.
You're going to get the brunette. So you will get the brunette standing, saying, shh, don't tell anyone, if you choose the gunmetal version. And then last but not least, here's your third choice, again, on a bracelet. This transatlantic is a third item number. It is 657987, 657987. And you have a choice of either. Which one, Dave, in your hands first?
I have the black dial, chronograph
So this
dial.
one we're calling silver tone. So this is going to be your silver tone.
Okay.
Go for it. 5 dozen only in the silver tone. And then we have the classic blue, of which we are down to, I believe, fewer than 70 in the blue execution. All right, so we gave you the 3 item numbers. If you want the blue or the silver tone, 657987. If you want the strap, and if you want the nose art, now on one side is just your typical dial, on the reverse side is your nose art. That beautiful art influenced from World War II art,
correct,
right? And we're going to go ahead and start with the one that first sold out back in
July 24th,
Gosh,
you said.
That one fast, didn't it? It seems like yesterday. So let's take you on a tour of the transatlantic. Not a new idea, but a brand new style of transatlantic. This is available in ivory or in red. It has a complete case that turns and spins within the bezel work. So you can wear this with a simple 3-hand movement, or you can wear it on the chronograph side. So this is actually a dual movement timepiece, right?
Well, yes, you have two different dials. You have two different movements. And what makes this interesting, too, is in terms of what you're looking at right now, if you look at this variation, if Kendi just points it up, this is a chronograph version.
Yeah.
So there's a chronograph with the function pushers that are actually built in right here. You can depress them. You see it right there. I can operate the chronograph, do a reset down here. And then the other version is actually just a 3-hand movement. But we have that same design of the case, but it just doesn't have the function pushers associated with it. So the thing was, when we had the unveiling of these watches, we just didn't simply have enough at the network at the time. And it's taken 6 months to get back. So maybe you missed out that first time, that variation. Now you can get in here with dual movements, dual dials. You can set the times independently from one to the other out there. And we'll just show you even a little bit more in detail of how you actually change this out. There's a little lever, and either you can show Kendi or I can. Yeah. There's a little lever right down at that 5 o'clock position, and you just pull out that lever. And it actually then is an unlocking mechanism that you can see that lifts up. And it's pretty neat because it all just stays into place. Then you turn at a 45-degree angle, turn everything, 2 different clicks because there are little notches in there, locks everything down.
You hear it click into place.
Yep. And then you have to pull out the little lever and push the bezel down, and then everything locks into place for you.
Look at that. So we have an opportunity for you today to once again receive the unveiling price. We unveiled this back in July. It's the first time we've brought it back since July. We are offering the same price that we offered in July. $61.50 gets it home. It's an extraordinarily difficult and complicated piece to put together. It is highly unusual. And, it's an $800 timepiece, easily. The bracelet on it is absolutely sublime if you choose one of the bracelet versions. And at $61.50 on a value pay to get it home, this has received pretty much all and nothing but 5-star reviews. So the transatlantic is not a new timepiece, but in this specific design, it was brand new in July, right?
Well, exactly. That's what it's going to get into is about 11, 12 years ago. It was about 12 years ago that we actually came out with the very first transatlantic. And so it was a completely different design. It was more of a rectangular case. It had a different system, how it changed out. And then about 2-3 years ago, we actually came out with a newer version of that. It was a little bit larger. That's been done. With this third variation, totally different from the previous 2 generations from before that you're getting. Now, this transatlantic is the chronograph version. So when I press the function pusher right here at the 2 o'clock position, you'll see the subdial right down here at the 6 o'clock position. That is the seconds it's associated with the chronograph for this watch. So you can time whatever you'd like, up to 60 minutes, because the dial over here at that 9 o'clock position represents 60 minutes for that chronograph. I can hit stop, I can hit reset, and everything will then just go back to that 0 mark, as you'll see. But the large second hand is continuing to move. We included a tachymeter scale on the very outer chapter ring of the timepiece there that measures speed over a certain unit of distance. But here again, this is how you change it out. So right here at that 5 o'clock position, there's a little lever, and you simply pull out with a fingernail. And when you do, you can pull up on the outer ring of the bezel. Everything lifts up. Actually, it can stay into place if you want, like that, which is pretty neat, at a 45-degree angle. Then you simply rotate the whole entire case and then push back down. And then you want to pull out that little lever and then just push the ring down. Everything locks into place. If I pull out the lever, you'll see right here. See that little hole right there? That's where that lever pin actually fits into to lock everything into place. So now, if you notice, it's a simple 3-hand movement we have on the inside of the timepiece. Over here, it looks like the function pushers, but it's not. It's just the design of the case that's a part of this watch. But I'll put the watch on my wrist so you can see what this looks like. But talk about just ingenious.
Yeah,
talk
really
about
is.
just like the design work that goes along with this watch out there. I mean, nobody would ever imagine. I mean, how fun would it be if you're at like a dinner and the server notices your watch, and when they take your order, they leave. They're going to look at the watch again, and you flip it. Wouldn't that be? They'd be like,
"What did you do? Change your watch?
What did you do?"
Yeah.
And then you actually show it. I mean, you show anybody this, they will just be floored.
Okay, we need a little polish on that dial.
I know, it's my smudgy fingers. I apologize.
His nickname, Smudgy.
To clarify, Kendi's nickname for me.
My nickname for him.
Nobody
is
else.
Smudgy. So the red is almost gone, right? I think we'd have a dozen left in the red. So if you want the red, it'll be the first to go. And that bracelet, by the way, is available. That bracelet is the famous Wheat Link bracelet. We also have that bracelet available in the foxtail link, and you can choose it if you would like to in the gold tone version as well. I love this kind of just sitting. I didn't get to show it to you. I'll show it to you on the next watch. But if you want the ivory, it was the very first top seller. What are you doing, Lynn Shocker?
It's for your partner.
It's for my partner. Are you boozing up my partner? Lynn Shocker is pouring a cold one for my partner.
Lynn wants to have a fun 2 hours with me later on here for the show.
Oh my gosh. All right, so the specialty Sabakwa is completely sold out in the diamond version. And now we're going to talk about art. We're going to talk about history. And we're going to talk about one of the most highly sought after transatlantics of all time. You know, the image of females were first used really, well, back in ancient days, but in modern times as hood ornaments in the 1930s. And that whole idea of using the beautiful image of a woman went from hood ornaments to airplanes in World War II. And today we have an opportunity for you to wear a classic transatlantic that you can spin and turn and reveal that nose art on the reverse side. Now, these are the only transatlantics that we've currently made available, and this sold out right away in July in a strap version. All of the others are done in bracelet versions. The one that I am holding you for you right now, we are calling the gunmetal version. If you want the gunmetal version, and I'll spin this over and show it to you in just a minute, you will be receiving the woman standing with the dark hair. If you choose the black version, you'll be getting the redhead, just so you know the difference. And how do you determine the difference? Well, as you pull that lever down and release this, when this image spins, this will reveal the gunmetal dial in that chronograph design. So in the gunmetal, 4 dozen. In the black, only 2 dozen pieces available. And that is all she wrote. And it's 63% off. This price is the same price that we debuted when this timepiece debuted back in July. So I know this is a little bit hard to see with the dark background, but that gives you an idea of how this kind of looks, right? And you just take and spin, and you will get an image of the woman, a similar image to what you found back in the World War II days on the noses of airplanes. And most of those planes were actually scrapped for the metal back in the day. So there's very few remaining of that historic art.
Right. Well, and what happened in part of it, too, there's a lot of significance that went along with it. Initially almost done to recognize and identify friendly aircraft. And it also went along to show unity and to evoke memories of back home and of peace and freedom. And perhaps, you know, sort of like almost a psychological protecting, being that, you know, these soldiers were in danger and such, and just really kind of helped along with everything going on with war. And here's the different version. So here's the chronograph side. Again, I pull out the lever, I lift up on the outer ring of the bezel, everything comes up at a 45-degree angle, turn, push everything down, pull the little lever out again, and then push the outer ring down, and then you have the nose art. So you can see the large Arabic numerals. You can see that military inspiration, like almost what you have for the propeller blades that go along for the hour and the minute hand. And then also the rivets that go all the way along. And, you know, too, it actually, sharks were a part of the nose art also, along with the women. And you know, they incorporated that into submarines and even some of the Navy warships also. So it went alongside of a lot of different military machinery out there. And so it's great that we can do this with our artistry, and our design team is just really top-notch, second to none, to come up with all these different ideas that other watch companies, you just really don't see the variety.
So again, the one that Ryan's holding, we're referring to as the black dial. That has the redhead, just so you know. And if you choose the gunmetal dial, that's going to reveal the brunette on the reverse side. It's nice that you've got a watch that you can wear both ways, because you might want to wear it one side to the office, one side with the night out on the town. And nose art really emerged as a defining element of that era, gracing everything from not just warplanes, but to leather flight jackets, to walls of the barracks, to the huts, and so on and so forth. So $49.16, and the art is beautiful on both of those pieces. All right, so the last one that we have for you is your choice from left blue to right. I think we're referring to that as silver tone. $368.99 once again is your price. $61.50 is your interest-free value payment to get this home. Those are the same prices that we unveiled these for back in July of last year. They're fun, they're innovative, they're unique. And by the way, if any of you watching right now own the transatlantic, we'd love to hear from you.
Sure.
We'd love to get your testimonials. We'd love to hear if you're playing tricks on people, if you're flipping that dial on that date and she's noticing or not noticing. But this overall is the kind of innovation that Invicta is really known for. They do not produce this specific watch in a numbered limited edition, but it's what they refer to as a limited production, right?
That's right. So we don't produce these like we typically would with a lot of our other watches. It's a much smaller production run for what we do. That keeps it exclusive when it comes to these different watches. So it's really neat, though, because when we're talking about the transatlantic, we're talking about only 3 different case designs. We had a smaller rectangular case, a larger rectangular case, and now we have the same idea where we have 2 different dials, 2 independent movements that make up this round case design, and the system of how you change it in comparison to the other systems is totally, totally different. I want you to notice, too, on the 3-hand movement side that we have quartz movement operated on a battery. We have the raised Arabic numerals in the 10-minute increments to designate to you the minute markers or the second markers going around. The other side actually has more of a clean, satin-finished, circular design that just goes along for the bezel. So a little bit more of a clean look that goes along with the chronograph that's a part of this watch.
So this is your Silvertone version. The Silvertone reverses to the black chronograph side. And Ryan has the blue version available. Earlier in the program, if you just tuned in, we had the red, which is almost completely sold out, and the ivory, which was the runaway hit when these originally debuted. I also, if you just tuned in, want to remind you that we have a special running on our Evine credit card tonight. If you place an order, it can be in one watch or multiple items online or on air. If your total amount that when you check out is $499, you will qualify for 12-month financing. If it is over $699, you will qualify for 18-month financing on the Evine credit card. And if you don't have an Evine credit card, you can call us right now and apply for one. And as you apply for one, just let them know you want to take advantage of those monthly payments. I like the blue a lot.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. That is gorgeous. All right, so it's the last look on the transatlantic. So it looks like the blue in this particular item. Now, each one we showed you has a different item number. Should we go through those and recap them for everybody, guys? So if you want the silver toner blue, that is 657987. If you want the nose art on the strap, that is 657986. And if you want the ivory or red, 657988 is your item number. Oh, well, we're going to talk about Jamaica Man. Maybe a little bit later this hour, maybe at the top of next hour. And what is it that Mr. Marley said? Don't worry, be happy.
Be happy.
It's a happy watch. I mean, how can you look at this and not smile?
Exactly.
Yeah, it is such a joyful look. We're going to talk about why those colors are important in Rasta life. We're going to talk about Rasta life a little bit. We'd love to get your testimonials. We'd love to hear what you think about the Rasta watch. This is the strap version, which I almost like a little bit better because the colors of the green and gold for Ethiopia and red stand out so much against that black strap, don't
they definitely do. I think the colors pop even more so on the strap variation. But let me tell you, whatever color you're going to like, you will definitely be happy.
It is Invicta's celebration of the Rastafarian movement. It is a tribute to Jamaica and Rastafarian culture. And we'll be talking about that a little bit later this hour or maybe into next hour for you. Okay, well, it was live from the New York Comic-Con. And if you missed it, we broadcast live from New York Comic-Con back in October that we launched to the world one of the most highly anticipated Star Wars watches of all time, and that is the Time Universe. And bada bing, bada boom, it was gone. But it was gone at a much higher price tag. We wanted to make sure to do something really special for you this holiday season. And rather than a price point closer to $600, we have taken this down to the lowest price ever of $399.99. We have available the Empire.
Yes.
That you're looking at right there.
You can see.
In the black. So the Empire is the black.
Right.
Or the Rebel Alliance, which is the silver tone. Also, please take note. I love the Rebel Alliance. If take note of the share and save, if you go to share.evine.com/TV, and that is on my Facebook and on my Instagram account, and you fill it out and you share it, if you give 25% off, you will get 25% off a future order. So that's pretty darn cool.
Yes,
all right.
It is.
So the Time Universe, it was not seen in the Star Wars watch originally. We had this years and years and years ago, and just a classic Time Universe.
I remember I did a video with Dustin. We were actually over at Redstone. Just on a YouTube, and it was the first time we actually showed this out there, and it caught so much traffic. But the thing was, it wasn't to be released for a number of months afterwards, so kept all the collectors out there just like, oh, when is it coming? When is it coming? So here it is. I can't believe the price that it's going out here tonight. So I think this is one of the coolest builds that we have ever had in our entire history. And so this version, being the Empire, you'll see the Imperial crest, which is that six-spoked symbol on the inside of the dial. But here, just alone, this is cool as it is, but when we turn the watch just to the side, look at what happens. We have right here, we have a TIE fighter going along right here. This is a separate independent movement. With the crown, as I can pull up right here and adjust the time to whatever time I want it to be.
That is so cool.
Now, look what happens. I rotate 90 degrees. We have the Death Star with another Swiss movement right here. Turn another 90 degrees. Guess what? To me, that looks like Darth Vader's TIE fighter right there with another Swiss movement. And then, again, we have the AT-AT right there, which actually debuted in Empire Strikes Back when they're out there. Now, the scene on there, I think that's from episode 4, A New Hope, the very first scene in the movie, basically, where Darth Vader takes over the ship. So you have just some of your favorite characters that are a part of this. And here, I want to show you the case back, too, because this is how you actually adjust.
Okay, that is so cool.
This is how you adjust the time. It's a button that you press in the center of the Death Star. And watch what happens. So here's how you set the time. I press the button, and look at that is how you set the time. So you can do it. You can do fast set, or you can just hit one button, and it just sets 1 minute forward for you.
So how many do we have in each, Dave? This is a brand new, huge markdown to 72% off. So if you want like about 115 in the Rebel Alliance and about 130 in the Empire, that's all we have available. Most of you are going for the dark side. I'm a little disappointed, guys.
There we go.
A little disappointed, you guys. But a lot of you are going for that. 72% off means you're getting almost a $1,500 timepiece. I mean, really think about what it takes to create this, to install all the movements, to make it function, right, and rotate. You're going to be wearing almost a $1,500 timepiece by next week for $66.67. We've never offered any Time Universe for a price this low. It is a numbered limited edition. You're going to get it in the numbered limited edition box as well. So what are we looking at now, Ryan?
Okay, so that was the Millennium Falcon that we just saw before. So that was Han Solo would fly around in the Millennium Falcon. Here is C-3PO. As you can see, again, the crown is right up here. All these different tabs are the crowns for each one of those independent Swiss movements. So 5 independent Swiss movements. There is the X-Wing fighter for you, as you can see. And finally, then, we do have R2-D2. That's right here. I'll go around to the Millennium Falcon one more time, as you can see. And then on the case back of this watch, the Millennium Falcon is scribed in, and there is the button inside of there for you to press. And of course, These are numbered limited editions to 1977, 1977, which is the year that Episode 4 actually kicked off the entire Star Wars franchise.
The name of the watch is right on the case back. This is the Rebel Alliance. If you want the Rebel Alliance, we are racing toward only 100 available, and we've never, ever offered a price this low. This is the very first time we've been able to do it. It is $66.67 to get it home. It is a number limited edition. It comes in your limited edition Star Wars box, which is very cool. And let's see you add one other item to this. If you're over $499, rather than doing 6 easy monthly interest-free value payments on the Evine card, you can do 12-month financing. If you get to the point where maybe you're buying both of these, right?
Yeah.
You're over $699. The $699 promotion offering you 18-month financing on the Evine card, that ends tonight, I believe. So if you want to take advantage of 18-month financing, do the math on that. Take advantage of it. Now, everyone's payments are going to be a little bit different, but if you make those monthly payments, pay them in full, pay your order off in full by the end of the 18-month term, those payments will, in fact, be interest-free, just like Value Pay. So don't forget to do that. These are sophisticated. They are really beasts. They are, machines, to be honest with you. The Rebel Alliance comes on the gray strap. The strap is even cool on this.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the strap is heavily detailed, just both north and south. Same strap, just different color variations for you. And I have to say, it's a silicone strap, extremely comfortable, will fit all the way up to about a 9-inch wrist, so a variety of sizes, wrist sizes can do it. We include in the 2 floating keepers, so the watch will just fit around and have just that absolute fit. I wish I saw him in here tonight, Aaron. Because he is a big Star Wars fan here, and I don't know if he's seen this watch or not before. I know he's seen some of the Star Wars variations.
He was not at New York Comic Con, so that he didn't.
He may have not seen this. He would just go crazy for this watch.
So this price is good for you tonight. It is for tonight's show. I can't guarantee it past that. We have the Rebel Alliance, the good guys, or the Empire, the dark side. You choose, but do whatever you can to take advantage of this must-have value that's good for this event only. And it is a reserve time universe. It's only the second or third time universe I've ever seen.
Yep, that's it.
Right? Well, we have a number of items that we likely will not even get a chance to get to in our show today. We are now down to fewer than 100. If you're looking for just great gifts at under $60, take a look at the green abalone on this very popular vintage. It gives you the date window and the day of the week up at the top. It is a 45 millimeter, super slim at 11 millimeters with a flame fusion crystal. It's the final 100. And this will likely be your one and your only look at this timepiece. So what they're telling me, these are the final quantities forever. This is a numbered limited edition of the Aquanoma 1. And that is a white mother of pearl dial, 500 meters water resistant. It's a classic size, 47 millimeter, the final 40 forever. The final 40 forever. Now, if you guys were not around last week, was it last week or the week before?
I think it was the week before.
Could have been the week before. I'm lost in space and time right now. We sold through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of this reserve grand diver. If you would like it, we have 20 pieces remaining for the rest of the year. So for this show only, 180 diamonds gracing that bezel for 75 points of diamonds. A sapphire crystal, an exquisite mother of pearl dial, 300 meters water resistant, and a second sapphire crystal showing off the Swiss Solita SW200 movement. The price of a lifetime. The price of a lifetime.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, did you see the Orients right there?
We're going to be calling that a sellout within moments. We have 20 pieces available after selling through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Maybe thousands. I can't remember how many we had the other week. Well, Star Wars is a huge, huge, huge part of the Invicta story today. It is a part of their character series, as Invicta works with Disney, Star Wars, DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Peanuts, Snoopy, Popeye.
Yep. Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
All of the above, right? So what we have today is a brand spanking new Invicta Star Wars. It's the first ever monster 52 millimeter Grand Pro Diver in a number limited edition in this series. Yes, you're getting the Star Wars box that says it's a limited edition. Yes, you and only you will have your number on the case back, but we were not given a lot of these. Now, this is the largest selection that I've ever seen made available in one Star Wars watch.
Because it is.
I've never seen this many characters. So we're going to go through the characters for you quickly. Check out of your shopping carts because we were not allotted a lot of these. Now, every piece will be numbered to 1,977. We'll talk about why in a minute. We did not get that many. So if you want BB-8, there are only 85 remaining in the BB-8. Okay, of all the BB-8s we've made available, the cutest.
Yep, this is the most highly detailed, and of course BB-8 first appeared in Force Awakens, which was in 2015, and also appeared in The Last Jedi, and he's a spherical robot with a moving dome head. So you can see actually the holographic projector, which is a part right on his head, and then if you look at those little dots going around for the white on it that's going along, those are actually the sensors when he's moving around, and then there's those three little lines around the orange part. Those are some of the ventilation shafts for him too, because he's a robot working at, getting the heat inside. He has to have that ventilation system. So extremely highly detailed for this timepiece.
So we do not have a lot of any of these. Make sure you're checking out of your shopping carts if you're shopping online at evine.com. So in Boba Fett, we did bring a lot of these in because for some reason Boba Fett is always one of the most popular of all of the characters. This is a brand new helmet image, a brand new bezel. And by the way, we've never done a Grand Pro Diver ever in Star Wars, and I am in awe over the price that we are offering this at today.
Well, that's it. And I love the Grand Pro Diver, that 52 millimeter, 300 meters of water resistant. Boba Fett, he actually technically debuted in Episode 5, which is The Empire Strikes Back, but he actually, in a re-edited version, like maybe 2007 of A New Hope, he was actually in one particular scene there. But you get to see the Mandalorian helmet on the back there, numbered limited edition that goes along with it, black case that's a part of this timepiece also, and just perfectly crafted and designed that Mandalorian helmet on the inside of this dial for you. And like you said, I agree. It's always been popular since we had it. Remember we had Boba Fett at the pavilion?
Yeah.
About a year. It was a year ago.
Was it that long ago?
It was, yes.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so we're going to start to just kind of kick it into high gear a little bit.
That's fine.
The next one is the most golden of the designs, even though that the case is done in stainless. It's all gold. If you know somebody who's all about etiquette, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your father-in-law, whoever it is, he's kind of the etiquette king of Star Wars.
Very, very proper. But then again, some comic relief as with R2-D2 and also BB2. So yes, all the gold tone variation, again, highly, highly polished and as you see on the case back. And
the character's also going to be seen on the back. So in C-3PO, we are down to only about 60 available. In this one, Captain Phasma, fewer than 4 dozen available.
And this is cool. This is the first time we've actually included Captain Phasma into the Star Wars and Invicta partnership. And Captain Phasma debuted in The Force Awakens back in 2015, and she actually commands the First Order's legion of stormtroopers. As I mentioned before, she stands at 6'6". I mean, just really commanding and very large out there in terms of size and profile. And you'll see that red line that goes around part of the bezel too. Her blaster rifle actually is red, and that's what that actually indicates. And you can see the TIE fighter also is a part of the unidirectional rotating bezel.
I think she might be the only female Star Wars character that we've offered on a timepiece.
I think so, yes. And the actress who plays that actually is 6'3" herself, and she's actually in another very popular TV show that involves dragons.
So, gals, you could wear this.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to. No problem. All right, so next in line, this is only, as far as I know, the second ever Darth Maul ever done. I think we introduced the first one when we were at New York Comic Con, and he is the hottest seller. Oh, no, only 130 remain.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so yes, Darth Maul, he was actually appointed by Darth Sidious as a Sith apprentice. And he actually was the one who had that dual lightsaber that was going around. You can just see the heavy, heavy detail. I mean, look at how just perfectly lined up this is. And, this is us working with a high level of detail and integrity, working with Star Wars to just meet both ends, have both ends meet at that high level of integrity. You'll see the case back here with Darth Maul and also, of course, that numbered limited edition to 1,977.
If you guys are having a Star Wars-a-thon at your house over the holidays, every family has their own traditions. A lot of you, I know, like to watch all the Star Wars movies. Our family, we're all gamers. We sit at the table and we play games, usually cards, all day long and all night long. So which is the next?
Darth Vader. We have Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Yep.
Okay, so in Darth Vader, 140 left, and that's all.
So again, just extremely detailed when it comes to the design of the mask. And it's that three-dimensional mask. As you can see how the light actually captures on the inside of the timepiece. And of course, the second hand, your perpetual seconds on the inside of this watch actually is red because that's indicative of his lightsaber was always red.
Black case, black strap on that. His image will be on the case back as well, which is very, very cool. All right, so then next in line, I can't see from where I am. This is a
Next
big table.
line,
Is it R2-D2?
Yep, R2-D2.
R2-D2. We are down to, in R2-D2, how many left? 6 dozen left.
Yeah.
Probably the happiest.
Yes.
Probably the most liked of all the Star Wars characters.
And he always seems to be saving everybody.
Yeah.
Remember, he was saving Han Solo when he was in the with Luke Skywalker in the garbage compressor, trash compactor, and such. I mean, you can see even different components, such as the process state indicator, which is actually the red dot, the holographic projector, which is just off to the right of that, the batteries that are a part of him also, and the primary photoreceptor and the radar eye, which are just above, right up there. So there's just so many different components. Again, just a high level of detail that's all a part of this watch.
And then last but not least, Stormtrooper.
Yep, Stormtrooper.
Of which we have about 6 dozen pieces available. I like this one because it's all black-white.
Right. Well, black and white always has a wonderful contrast to it. And so you can even see the hands on the inside, a contrast with what you get for the dial on the inside. And of course, the Stormtroopers, they have the suits that could really sort of survive in any sort of environment out there. And, big part of the movie, too. I mean, when I was younger and saw the movies, the Stormtroopers really stood out because there were just always so many of them just shooting their blasters all the time.
This is a watch that's so much fun. It tells the history. A lot of us, not we all, but a lot of us remember that year 1977. That's why the number limited edition on this is 1,977 because it was the year of the first Star Wars movie, right?
Yeah, which was actually technically episode 4. It went episode 4, 5, and 6. And then they came out with the prequels 1, 2, and 3. So when episode 4 hit, and it was called A New Hope, that was actually episode number 4. So I think it's just brilliantly written. So
I love the fact that we're offering you such a killer price on this. This is not typically the kind of pricing that you see the Star Wars pieces go out at. Every time you get a numbered limited edition, there's so much time and so much effort and so much collaboration that goes on between the Star Wars franchise and the Invicta franchise. It takes a long time to bring these images and thus the watches to air, right?
Well, that's it. It's just not a one meeting kind of deal. I mean, there are multiple meetings going back and forth to just perfectly craft and to just, we want to line up everything so Star Wars has that approval. And what's great is, they have a high level of integrity just like we do at Invicta. And when Star Wars puts out a challenge to AL, he loves challenges and he always over delivers on that. So it's been a magnificent partnership.
All new images. These are images we've not seen before in these details. The first ever Captain Phasma, the first ever female character in the Invicta Star Wars collection. And the most rare probably would be the Captain Phasma. Oh, we have a sellout. Well, no surprise. The Grand Diver, Diamond Grand Diver's gone. Every diamond piece that we've been showing you has pretty much sold out. So if you see anything that we put on the air and we say it's last call, please call quickly. Now, before we go to Jamaica Mun, we're going to talk about the series or the collection in Invicta's brand that made their brand, and that is the Pro Diver series. It's what they built their current day business on. There was a time in the lifeline of Invicta that they created the most enormous watch ever, the 47mm Grand Diver. It is clearly no longer the largest watch that they make, but it has become your favorite if you're a collector. It's become really the go-to timepiece. So whenever anyone asks me, in fact, people from our marketing team came to me about a month or two ago and they said, Kendi, would you write a short article about what you think our customers should buy in terms of the Invicta watches? And I said, probably a Pro Diver. Yep. Because there's such huge variety in the Pro Diver series today that there wasn't even 10 years ago, and they're very, very affordable for gifting. Well, this is what I would call a specialty Grand Diver. We have the women's 38mm, which is now very limited, and we have the classic men's 47mm. We began our journey when we did the worldwide debut in order to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Grand Diver. It was 15 years ago here at Evine that Invicta launched the Grand Diver.
Yeah.
Think about that, 15 years ago. Crazy.
It's been a big, big deal for us, and to have that 15-year anniversary. The last time we had an anniversary model from the Grand Diver was 5 years ago. So it was back in it was the 10th anniversary, where in fact the 10th hour marker was actually done in the Arabic numeral. Now at the 15-year anniversary, if you notice, the 1 and the 5 then are done in the Arabic numerals, which represents that 15-year anniversary. Now the real story that goes behind this watch wasn't supposed to launch tonight. This watch was supposed to launch another 30 to 60 days.
And it was supposed to launch at $389,
yes,
not $289.
So, you know what? I think that's probably a pretty good opportunity to get in.
I have some updates real quickly.
Okay, sure.
So if you want the two-tone, and I have to give you these updates because I don't want you to miss out, because this is all we can get for the rest of the year. In the women's 38mm two-tone, the two-tone will have the blue bezel. It's about half gone from the quantities we brought in. If you want the 47mm, fewer than 100. Fewer than 100. This will be gone tonight. In the 38mm black bezel, we have about 6 dozen left. And in the 47mm, 90.
Gosh.
90? Oh my gosh! You guys, this is the hour you have to check out of your shopping carts. Ryan's picking up the tab on shipping and handling for as many as you want. Free shipping, free shipping, free shipping. $100 less than we thought this was going to be at. This is about a $1,000 timepiece because of the meteorite dial, primarily. And it will be one of the most affordable ways for the rest of your life you will ever step into a genuine Manualista meteorite dial from Switzerland. So 47mm or 38, two-tone, which has the blue dial, or silver tone, which has the black. And we're already, Ryan, getting into last call. On a 15th anniversary, there will only ever be one run of this watch because there's only one 15th anniversary, right?
Right. Well, that's it. So, and to have the meteorite dial on the inside is something truly, truly special. The meteorite is a Manualista, and it hit Earth, impacted Earth about 1 million years ago, and was discovered just in the early 1900s, 1906. And it was just west of the border of Finland and Sweden. So it was in Sweden, and it's actually above the 67th parallel, which is 87 miles north of the Arctic Circle. So, I mean, the meteorite is way up there. And as you were mentioning, Kendi, it's actually hard to be able to find this meteorite because, as you had mentioned, there's only a certain amount of time during the course of the year where the meteorite hunters can actually go and try to procure this, this very sort of exotic and rare material. But then also, when it comes to it, it's not just in one area. I mean, it's a big stray. Because 4 different ice ages have gone through where it tore up the Earth, the glaciers, and moved everything around. So nothing is just where you expect it to be. But with us at Invicta, we've used meteorite for a lot of years. But we only really choose some certain really special timepieces to be able to include in this exotic material. And we're just one of really 2 companies that have done the meteorite dial in larger production runs. Years ago, when we did some research, this other company, the dial upgrade alone was a $4,000 dial upgrade. And look at that. And that's only for the dial, from a metal dial to a meteorite dial.
Every time that bird comes in, I think there's a fly on the screen. Sorry. It's weird. It's freaking me out. Like, where's the fly? Is that on my wrist or is it on the screen? Every time. It's weird. Sorry.
Getting back to it, though, I mean, So I don't think we could have come up with a better. I don't think we could have come up with a better execution when it comes to the design of the timepiece here and the color options that you're getting. The two-tone that you have right here. This is basically my first Invicta watch was a two-tone with the blue bezel. I also had a blue metal dial. So this has been established. It's classic. It's been around for a couple decades, just this design and color for us when it was a pro diver, in fact. But now you get in the meteorite dial. The movement on the inside, I want to explain. The movement is a mechanical automatic movement. It's not operated on a battery. So you can wind up the watch via the crown and get it running, but then just the general movement of your wrist. You could be at your computer, you could be driving a car, going for a walk, anything. That is turning that yellow component on the back of the timepiece through that exhibition window. And so that will keep the watch wound up. Now, something special about this watch also is the gold tone case back that's a part of this. It tells you the 15th anniversary, tells you the water resistance, which is an amazing 300 meters above and beyond professional dive specs, also gives you your specific number out of 1,500 when it comes to the two-tone or 1,000 when you're looking at the silver tone variation.
So keep in mind, we were allotted a very small quantity for the worldwide launch of celebrating the 15th anniversary. There are retailers all around the world that sell Invicta. So because Invicta is a worldwide distributor, this might be all we ever get. We don't know. So out of the 1,000 in the Silvertone version, we only had a few more than 100 available in the women's, and we had only about 250 or so in the men's. We are now down in that Silvertone version. You call that Silvertone with the black bezel. We have fewer than 80 left. These are going to be gone in this hour. Fewer than 80 pieces remaining. And you're getting a meteorite Grand Diver that you will own forever, that you can dive in if you want to. It's 300 meters water resistant. You can do anything you want in it. You'll get it home on your wrist in a week for $48.33 with free shipping. It's amazing. And you'll have 6 months to pay this off interest-free. 6 months. Now, if you want the two-tone versions, the two-tone versions are numbered limited editions to 1,500. In the world of numbered limited editions, that's really small. Some companies do limited editions of 30,000 of something. Only 1,500. And again, we were only allotted a few more than 100 in the women's and only about 250 in the men's. And the men's is, well, they're almost all completely sold out at this point. Do we want to do a monitor hit again?
I'd be happy to.
Let's do that. Can we do that, guys? Should we do the small one? Let's do the small one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the men's 47 by 17 millimeters. The women's 38 by 16 millimeters. 300 meters water resistant on all of them. And each will have its own number on the back. So you are getting a true numbered limited edition, a number that nobody else will have. All right? And I'd like to show this two-tone version if we can, guys. Can we do that? Sorry, dropped my cards all over the floor. Had to get them. All right, so let me take you on a tour. And I want you to see how shiny, 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 shiny this is. All right, so this is the 47 millimeter.
Yes, so you can see on the 47 millimeter here. So we have the typical Grand Diver dial with the layout that you have. Little magnification window, which you can easily see the calendar dates of the month. However, usually we have all the dots and the triangles going around. What's different about this, to celebrate that 15-year, is actually the number 1 right here and the number 5 down here that indicate the 15-year anniversary that goes along with the Grand Diver. Now, something different also, which you don't find with the Grand Diver, is that the Grand Diver logo is at the 6 o'clock hour marker. Typically, it's a rectangular shape that's down there that looks like this, basically, that goes along with all the other individual hour markers at the quarter hour positions. But then you just get to see even the gold tone lines all the individual hour markers. The gold tone lines the hands that go along with the timepiece, and on the outer chapter ring in addition for that. The gold tone is part of the unidirectional rotating bezel where that coin edge bezel is, and then going down the center link of the timepiece in which you'll find the Grand Diver logo yet again. And one other thing too is notice the intense mirror polishing that's a part of this timepiece also. Typically we have a two-tone, or we have two different polishing techniques. We have a satin and a polished. This is a mirror polish that is similar to what you'll find with the Excursion collection. Grand diver on the side in cursive. And then, even when you flip the watch onto the back, you'll see we have that same high intense mirror polishing for you as we do on the front side of the bracelet. That even includes the very back of the case back also that's done in the gold tone. But look at right here, solid end links, highly polished also. The 3-link design all carrying through for this timepiece also. And we have that upgraded scissor-style deployment closure and clasp. So it's very comfortable, extremely secure on the wrist. And it's a nice upgrade that's all a part of this watch. When it comes to the Grand Diver, it's one of my go-to collections, one of my favorite collections at Invicta. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can go casual with it. You can even go swimming, snorkeling, and diving because the dive specs on this are above and beyond at 300 meters, in which you need 200 meters for a watch to be considered a professional dive watch. Here again is that rotor that will turn in either direction and actually wind up this movement for you. And on a full wind, if you set the watch down, 41 hours of a power reserve that's associated with this timepiece. But the big deal is, outside of the early release for you, about 30 to 60 days earlier, being the 15-year anniversary, is the price that you're getting on this watch to have in the exotic and highly collected meteorite dial to be a part of this watch for you.
In about a minute, we are going to be moving, and these are selling out. We started with about 750, and we have how many, 250 left? Yeah, we're racing about 250 between the 4 executions. This price is only good for the premiere tonight, for the unveiling. This free shipping is only good for the debut, for the premiere tonight. And ladies, if you've always wanted a meteorite dial, I want to tell you, and I'm going to show you the 2 different sizes. You can wear either size. Either size. Now, in the 47 millimeter, because there is an automatic movement, the case is going to be a little bit thicker than if this were a quartz movement. So the 47 millimeter is going to have quite a bit of weight and heft to it. If you think that's going to be too oversized for you, then get that 38 millimeter. I just want to put them side by side. The biggest difference is in the width, 38 millimeters versus 47 millimeters. The thickness is only about 1 millimeter off from each other because of that movement, all right? We're going to keep tabs on it, but we're putting a last call out on it already. If you missed this past presentation of the Time Universe, this debuted when we broadcast live from New York's Comic-Con in October, and it was closer to, I think, $600. Today, for the first time ever, the lowest price ever. We have taken this down to $399.99 for our show today. You can choose on the left, the Empire, or on the right, the Rebel Alliance. Multiple Swiss movements. The case rotates within the cradle, and at $66.67, it may be the lowest price you ever find on that timepiece. All right, so since we are in holiday mode and we are in big time holiday mode, we're going to move to a gift item. For those of you who are looking for that under $75 gift price point for the corporate executives, for the employees, for the clients, for the brothers, for the dads, right? For the sons, the grandsons, we are going to ship to you at a super bargain price. And by the way, super bargain prices almost never go lower than what you see them at. So this is like rock bottom, ka-chunk. This watch will come in the helmet case. How cool is that? It's a Pro Diver in a very kind of speedy, kind of racing-inspired motif on the dial. 61% off for today's show. An $11.66 value pay gets it home. And here's the big deal on this. And you can choose the blue-red that Ryan's showing you in the box or the black-blue. This is a 200-meter water-resistant dive watch on a bracelet with a flame fusion crystal. I mean,
in a helmet dive case.
For $11, this is like beyond.
If it was only the watch.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, and we've had these watches before. I remember when we've been in Mexico a year ago, we had some of these watches. They're some of the #1 selling watches of the entire event. Kennedy's right. I mean, it's a 50 millimeter solid link bracelet, 5-link bracelet that you have that goes along with the watch.
This is like a
100 meters.
Specialty. I mean, it's not a specialty bracelet, but the Slackwell specialty is a 5-link.
Well, yes. And what you get is, this one is actually mirror polished. Again, so highly, highly polished that you get for all the different aspects for the timepiece. Now, if you're gifting this watch to somebody, they'll never think you brought it home on a value pay of $11.66. It's a professional dive watch. That Flame Fusion crystal, if you don't know what that means, it's proprietary to us at Invicta. We have a patent on it that includes a mineral crystal, which is known for its hardness, and that's what's protecting the dial, that clear crystal. And also the sapphire crystal, which is known for the scratch resistance that's along with this timepiece. What I like also, we have a unidirectional rotating bezel. We have the italicized Arabic numerals on the inside, outside of the quarter-hour positions. We have then, too, just all that mirror polishing that's been done for the case. We included micro adjustments, so it's very easy to be able to fit the watch to your size. But then, I mean, if it was this watch alone, I would say this is a must-have. But the fact of the matter is, you're getting this watch in the mystery helmet, and there are 4 different colors that you will get. You don't know what color you will receive. Maybe you'll get the white, the black, the yellow, and I think the red or green. I forget which color. But there are 4 different color options for you. That's why we have the question mark on. But look at this. We talk about presentation.
It's awesome. Alone.
I mean, and we've only had about 2 or 3 watches that we've paired up with when it comes to this helmet dive or helmet case.
Do you know someone who races or loves racing, or just loves to watch racing? Maybe they travel. One of our directors, Pete, he travels all around the nation, going to the biggest races with he and his wife. They love it. They take the kids with them. $69.99, and it's a solid watch. You know, it's not like you're getting a cheap watch that's race-inspired. This is a solid 5-link bracelet. It's a solid 50-millimeter Pro Diver. It's a quartz chronograph. Yeah. And, you know, we're checking off every single box in terms of upgrade. A crystal that won't scratch. A watch you can dive in. Comes in the great packaging for $11.66. This might be a really cool employee or client gift for the upcoming holiday party.
I think if you're getting married, get how many groomsmen there are.
Yeah, I like that.
And if you don't have the toolkit, just order one of those too, and you can size it for your friends also, and they can wear it during the course of the wedding. Give them on the groomsmen's dinner and size them for them. You're good to go. But let me tell you, I mean, I think this is really one of the strongest buys of my entire 7-hour block today of shows. I mean, you're getting into Pro Diver, which is what we talked about, similar with the Grand Diver.
Yeah.
It's that DNA #1 selling collection. And you get the upgraded packaging that goes along, professional dive watch, upgraded crystal.
Super cool.
I mean, there is no going wrong on this at all.
You know, Power Play is the show we want you to tune into every Sunday night. We are here for you every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we've got a couple bonus hours. So we've got 1 more hour of Power Play. And we're going to Jamaica Man with the Bolt Zeus. And then Miss Lynn Shocker is going to close it up with 2 hours a little bit later tonight. Well, hey, Tommy. Tommy's out there. He's checking out the roster watch. 38 or 47-millimeter Grand Diver, your choice, and you've got to choose quickly. You've got to check out of your shopping carts. This is the celebration watch for Invicta's 15th anniversary celebration of the Grand Diver. And with the Meteorite dial, it is over 2/3 of the way gone, racing toward 3/4 of the way sold out. Well, it's likely that we will not even get a chance to get to the Objecta Arts. In fact, every Objecta Art we seem to put on the air recently sells out instantly. So this is available in your choice of either, I have 4 left in the black, 3 dozen in the gold tone, 1 dozen in the silver tone. That's it. It's last call. 44 millimeters on a bracelet, $20 gets it home. Okay, a once only is a chance to get the lowest price you will ever get on a watch. This price is only good for this hour. When this hour is over, the price goes up forever. This is the final 2 dozen of a reserve Jason Taylor limited edition chronograph in a 3-slot dive case. 500 meters water resistant, Flame Fusion crystal. That comes on a really, really, really cool leather strap with cross stitching. $33.33 gets it home. $33.33. All right, we have a tribute to Jamaica and the Rastafarian culture. Mun. New and noteworthy. and perhaps one of the most talked about watches on social media over the course of the last 48 hours. The one thing that we can guarantee you is that Invicta, this is One Glove Jeff, by the way. Say hi to One Glove Jeff. We love Jeff.
Who gave you that name, Jeff? Was it Todd?
No, it was someone
Probably Justin.
on the internet.
Oh, someone on the internet.
Somebody on the internet.
Said One
All
Glove
right.
Jeff. All right. Jeff has followed us all around the world with Invicta. He's been there for every single remote, but he's never seen anything like this.
Have you, Jeff?
Nor has anyone else. The one thing that we can say about Invicta that's true is they are innovators. And they really support the entire world, and they celebrate every culture. And that's exactly what this watch is. It is a celebration of Rastafarian movement, of Jamaica. And you have two different choices. So let me go through the choices for you first, and then we'll break down one of the most, if not the most, oh, it is. It's the most colorful. I dressed for it, can you tell?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's my
It's
Rasta
brilliant.
shirt. It's my Rasta shirt. This is the most colorful Bolt Zeus ever done. So in the bracelet version of the Bolt Zeus, one of the most highly sought-after timepieces known to man, a numbered limited edition of 5,000, Evine was given 250 for tonight. That's all, 250. If you want the bracelet version, it's 657-487. A value pay of $50 gets it home. I'm going to be honest with you. Although I like the bracelet version, the strap version is actually a little bit more Rastafarian because of the black strap. Adding to that flag of red, gold, and green, you have the black as well. And on the strap, you actually see the Rastafarian colors coming through a little bit better. Now, on the strap, in the silicone, different item number, 657-488, a little bit more affordable because it's a strap, and that's $279.99 with the value pay of $46.67. This is, in fact, Invicta's tribute to Jamaica and the Rastafarian culture, which, you know, we all have a different take on the Rastafarian culture. You know, when I think of Rastafarian, I think of certain artists of reggae music.
As
and
do I.
to me, it's very near and dear to my heart because my husband and I, our first date in Chicago, we went out for Italian food, but we ended up at the Reggae Club.
Did you really?
In Chicago, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
So I love the music. I think it's incredibly happy. And when you think Rastafarian, you think joyful, you think music, you think happy.
Happy times.
You think warmth, right? Jamaica. You think smiling. Now, what you see on the dial is what you think you see on the dial.
Yeah.
Cannabis
Your
leaves,
cannabis
right?
sleeps, exactly. So again, highly detailed, as you can see, for all the different 5 leaves on that you'll see for all the different plants on the dial for it, and raised up from the remaining portion of the dial. You'll see then the different halos for the movement on the inside, being that Ronda Z60 are a part of that too. So it tells you the time, date, day of the week, and also the date of the month. You'll see the limited numbered edition right down at the very bottom of the dial. And notice too, in terms of the hands on the inside of the dial, and when I'm talking about the hour and the minute, the chronograph second, all the subdial hands, they're also done, along with the hour markers, trimmed in that green that goes along with the timepiece. So with the silicone strap too, and we're talking about the Bolt Zeus, and actually, this is the 7-year anniversary of the Bolt Zeus. We debuted the Bolt Zeus in December of 2011, so 7 years ago. So I think it's great that we have it during the anniversary month here where we came out. And when we came out with the Bolt Zeus on a strap, it was a polyurethane strap, didn't have the 3 cables, wasn't number limited edition, didn't have the Rastafarian influence that goes along with the watch. It sold for $499.
Wow.
Bracelet version, $599. So here's the watch on my wrist.
I just think this is going to be a major conversation piece wherever you go. When you think of the man, Mr. Marley, you know who I'm talking about, right? He is probably the most synonymous, and a lot of people think, a lot of youngins I think that he actually started the Rastafari movement. He actually did not, but he was a huge part in bringing it globally in the 1970s. One of his sayings was, every man got the right to decide his own destiny. And when I think of that saying, I think of Invicta, because that really is Invicta's thought. Every man has the right for his own destiny. Whether you love this watch or you hate this watch, it is a timepiece that, you know what, that everyone has to agree is truly a celebration of Jamaica. These are the colors of actually the Ethiopian flag. Now the bracelet version, very, very sophisticated as well. The Rasta life has a couple of mottos. Love of God, love of neighbor, living naturally. Actually, they believe in no alcohol use and it's interesting. Back in the day, back in the 30s, clean diet. No one ever heard of it. Now we're talking about they have a very clean diet. They eat everything very raw, very natural, no meats, right? Nothing kind of superimposed. So it's a very, very clean life. And they basically believe in peace and love. And when you look at this is also kind of the colors of the peace and love movement that's happening around the world today as well.
Yes, yes, of course. And here we go with the bracelet version. Everything else is the same in terms of what you're getting for the case of the watch, with the 3-cable system with the green, the gold, and also the red. That carries then through the bracelet also with an industrial center link finish and then a high polished outer links that go all the way through. Now, when you're talking about the bracelet variation, it's a little bit heavier than the strap version out there, but it'll still fit up to about that 8 3/4 inch wrist size. You'll even see how we carry the colors with the different cables just going up for the Bolt Zeus. And this is really one of our most complex designs out there, but how perfect does it fit when it comes to the 3-cable design that we've come out with the timepiece to represent the colors, the Rastafarian colors that go along with it. And you'll see as we just pan down, the colors just taper down a little bit through the bracelet version here, a highly complex bracelet that's been all a part of this timepiece for you. So, I think when it went out online, I think people were sort of I didn't see like people saying they wanted the bracelet over the strap more. I think it was kind of a 50-50 mix right down the middle.
Well, I think if you want something that's at the core of the Rastafari flag, you might want to get the black strap, right? Because that fourth color is a huge part of the Rastafari religious and / social movement, to be perfectly honest with you. Rastafari is a lot about celebrating life and celebrating love and celebrating other people. There's a lot of chanting, there's a lot of music, there's a lot of drumming, but there's also a lot of meditation. And I think when Invicta chose to create this particular timepiece, they couldn't take the meditation element out of the watch. And truly, the cannabis leaves on the front of this are what they refer to as their holy herb. And they use this in order to do that part of their religion, which is meditation. And they use it to open their mind, to increase their spiritual awareness. It's actually a part of their religious ritual, which the Hindus actually brought with them to Jamaica many, many years ago. So there's a lot of religious base to the cannabis that you see on the dial of this particular timepiece. This timepiece is simply, it's not a statement, it is simply to celebrate a movement. Some refer to it as a social movement, others as a religious movement. But when I look at it, I see joyful colors, a joyful watch, and most of us really kind of in today's time associate the Rasta with kind of the reggae movement and just the incredible music that we all get to enjoy.
Music
right?
and happiness and joy, all affiliated with that. And so now I have the strap version on my wrist, and it's a silicone strap that wraps around. We have 2 floating keepers to keep that strap into place for you. We actually even include in the Invicta contour technology that's a part of this timepiece also. And I agree with Kendi. I think the strap variation, you get the color pop more so on this version than with the bracelet. Nothing to take away from the bracelet. It's all your personal preference. And so that's great that you have a choice between the 2 different versions. So you'll just see the black here, and then, of course, unidirectional rotating bezel. As I mentioned, we have the Ronda Z60 for the movement on the inside of this timepiece. I have a couple Bolt Zeuses myself. I actually have one on a polyurethane strap. I think it's extremely comfortable. This is on a silicone strap. It even lends that comfort even more. Bracelet, I have a Bolt Zeus on the bracelet. Love it with the multiple links. Just wraps around the wrist and just delivers an exceptional feel on the wrist. So, you know what, if you want to stand out a little bit, have something like this. I mean, people are definitely going to notice the timepiece on your wrist. I think it's a great thing.
You know, this is, that's my favorite execution. That is selling out. We have fewer than 200 available. Invicta allotted Evine a few more than 250 or 260 to offer for today's show. That's all we have out of the numbered limited edition of 5,000 that will ever be built on this. Now, I would imagine that a lot of these are going to go to Jamaica Man, right? So will we ever see this again here at Evine?
Yeah,
I have no guarantee that we'll ever see this again. Will we ever be able to offer a price this low? You have to consider that this Bolt Zeus on a bracelet, even if this were not a celebration and a tribute to Jamaica and the Rasta life, if it just had these colors of cables, it is well worth more than $299. $50 is your monthly interest-free payment to get this home. You put it on and you wear it. You have 6 months to wear it as you pay it off monthly, interest-free. The colors actually signify the colors of the Ethiopian flag. The green for the vegetarian. The gold, by the way, it signifies the wealth of Ethiopia, actually. And then, of course, the red representing the martyrs. So for those of you who are looking for a celebratory timepiece, a lot of you are picking this up for many, many, many different reasons. And the Rasta life, by the way, is today not just a Jamaican life. There are Rastas all around the world today, and it was really Bob Marley and musicians like him that brought this particular movement to light all around the world.
Yeah, and great. I mean, love the music myself.
Yeah.
I have it on my phone, and again, it just brings you those happy times.
Can I switch with you?
Oh yeah, of course. I'll put it on the
bracelet version. I think is going to be too big for most of the women. There were a lot of women that were disappointed when they found out that this was not going to be made available in the women's sizes. By the way, did we see the ends of this design yet? I want to show this to you again. Kind of that rainbow effect. Look at that. I mean, that's just, it really is magnificent. And as far as I know, no one else in the world has created a timepiece quite like this.
Correct. And that's the thing. We're always coming out with different designs. You know, we've had these partnerships like we had just mentioned before with Marvel and Disney and such, and DC, and we're stepping outside of the box. Where a lot of companies are conservative, we like to just step outside of the box, and our collectors love that about us. I mean, we step outside, we have brilliant designs, we have great ideas out there. We're going to continue to do that because that's part of the core of Invicta, is not only to have just the exceptional timepieces at affordable prices, which is our core, but we want to just deliver to our customer base as much as we can because our collectors love us as a company. They love getting into different timepieces out there. They love building up their collections, as we hear on a show-to-show basis, how they call in, how they have so many of our timepieces, and they absolutely love the designs, the quality, and of course the value that we deliver.
So, ladies, it's a big watch. I'm not going to lie to you. It stands up 22 millimeters from my.
Yeah.
From my. Does the strap version also? Yeah.
Yeah, strap version's the same.
22 millimeters. So it's a big watch, but that strap, I'm on the last notch, by the way, fits my 6-inch wrist. I normally wear a 6.5 to 7-inch bracelet. Fits it perfectly. I mean, there's no sloshy things happening. And with the dual keepers, it keeps that nice and tucked in. $46.66 from right now. We're going to ship this to you. You'll have it within a week. You'll have it in plenty of time to put under the tree. And let's say you gift it to somebody that you love, and they open it up under the tree on Christmas Day and say, you know what, this isn't really for me. It's risk-free shopping because we're offering holiday return privileges now all the way through the end of January with no questions asked. Here's another thing. Let's say that you're getting the Time Universe and you're getting the Grand Diver Meteorite and maybe you're getting that nose art timepiece in the Transatlantic collection, and now you're thinking about the Bolt Zeus. If you at checkout find that your order is over $499, we're going to offer you on the Evine credit card 12-month financing. But if you find at checkout, and this ends tonight, I believe, if at checkout your order is over $699 on the Evine credit card, we're going to offer you 18-month financing. I did the math. That's a year and a half. It was easy math. It was easy math. So if you don't have an Evine card yet, call us and apply for one. If you're approved for it over the phone lines, and you likely will be, that order of over $699, not only can you use the Evine credit card, but we'll instantly spread those payments out over 18 months. And as long as you make those minimum monthly payments and have your order paid off in full by the end of 18 months, those payments, like Value Pay, will be interest-free. But you got to make the monthly payments. That's the only thing, all right? This is the first ever tribute to Jamaica, tribute to the Rasta life in a timepiece brought to you by Invicta. And because it's a numbered limited edition, when they're gone forever. And I'm going to guess this is likely the only Jamaica tribute to Jamaica watch Invicta will ever do, because they move on and they do new all the time, right?
Well, that's it. I can't say for sure, but most likely. I mean, chances are great that this will be, it'll sort of be that one, the two different executions, and then we'll be done with it. So I can't say for sure, but yes, you want to get in. I mean, we had a ton of support on social media that went along for this. I know a lot of you are getting in, and congratulations on getting into your variation tonight. Whether you're going with a strap, as Kendi has on, that will fit up to that 8 3/4 inch wrist size, or the bracelet variation, which will fit up to about that 8.5 inch wrist, with the very, very popular, still 7 years later, Bolt Zeus, but with the tri-cable design on the bezel.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Good luck in dialing. If we have any left at the end of the hour, maybe we will bring it back again at the end of the hour for you. Oh, the phone lines are still so busy for this gift item. This is really the gift item of the show, the gift item of the hour. It is a Pro Diver quartz chronograph that's 200 meters water resistant, that's oversized 50 millimeter, that has a flame fusion crystal, that has a solid bracelet, 200 meters water resistant, I think I said that, and comes in a helmet case. Look at the price. A little crazy, huh? That's a lot crazy. So, oh my gosh. So last week, you were not with me, Ryan, but last week when Justin was with me, we did a 4 hours, last Tuesday, we did a 4-hour Marvel show. And we debuted these 5-dial executions in a bracelet version. And I think it's gone. I think it's sold out instantly. Earlier today, the Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Punisher, by the way, Punisher, there can't be a lot left, and Black Panther. This launched, look at the price on this, guys. This is a Reserve Marvel numbered limited edition Bolt Zeus on a strap, $258.99. You might want to look for the bracelet version. We might have a couple on our website. We'll get to that in a little bit. Can you tell I'm excited about that one?
Yes.
I love that Marvel. That's actually my new favorite Marvel. My new favorite Marvel watch. Because the dials are sick and ridiculous. And maybe, Dave, we can even find the bracelet version online and just kind of show it if they want the bracelet version instead. Okay, so 2 hours and 20 minutes ago, we began our celebration of 15 years Grand Diver. 15 years. Invicta launched their Grand Diver here at Evine 15 years ago. Now, 5 years ago, Invicta celebrated the 10th anniversary, a Grand Diver with a huge, we were at the Invicta Marine Pavilion, with a huge celebratory watch. So for the 15th anniversary, they decided to go all out. This is the one and the only you will ever find, and yes, it's a numbered limited edition on the 15th anniversary Grand Diver. If this is your go-to watch, it's one you can't pass up. And at this price, who would have expected Meteorite? This is a $1,000 timepiece that we were supposed to debut over a month from now after Christmas, and we were supposed to debut it at $289.99. Today, it is now, we are almost 3/4 of the way sold out, and I can only guarantee this premiere price and the free shipping tonight. And this is not allotted in Lynn's show. This is our power play piece, all right? So this is going to be gone at $48.33. You have a choice, and we're going to give you an update. So we started with about 750 of these total. The silver tone is a numbered limited edition of 1,000 pieces. The two-tone 1,500, we only received here at Evine a fraction of those quantities because the retailers are going to get the rest, right?
Yep.
In the two-tone, 47 millimeter for him, 6 dozen. The final 6 dozen, two-tone, this is the classic 47 millimeter, okay? In the women's 38 millimeter, which we almost never, ever, ever, ever get to see, the final 4 dozen. And ladies, how often do we get to show you Meteorite in a women's watch?
Right.
In the silver tone version, 47 millimeter, 4 dozen. Oh my gosh, that's going to be the first to go, 4 dozen. And in the women's version, in the silver tone, fewer than 70. On your mark, get set, last call. You may never see this ever, ever, ever again, because as far as limited editions are concerned, this is a tiny number. Am I right?
Well, that's right. Silver tone is to 1,000. The two-tone is to 1,500. And
Small.
so it is. It's a smaller numbered limited edition. There's some companies out there that have larger numbered limited editions. Like, they're 10,007, 13,007 for one particular company. And those sell out also. And those watches actually didn't have meteorite dials on the inside. So this meteorite is sought after. There are only a couple companies out there, including Invicta, that have done in larger production runs. And let me tell you, I mean, it is what I consider to be the most sought after, the most exotic, the most highly anticipated material that a watch company can place inside of a dial.
By the way, this bracelet is available. I just want to let you know it is, with this watch, I think you have to get this bracelet. So this is the Wheat Link. The Wheat Link is more rounded and soft. We also have the Foxtail, which is sharper and more square. And we have it in both the stainless and the stainless layered in gold. It's only $59 and it's completely adjustable. So this large oversized clasp can fasten at any link along the way. Okay, so if you want that bracelet, it's a great add-on for any watch, but $59 for a steel bracelet?
Great deal.
That's crazy.
It's a great add-on if you want to. I've been wearing the bracelet the whole course of the show here too. Love the comfort, feel, and the look that really complements the timepieces too. So we're getting into the Grand Diver. This is the 15-year anniversary, and in fact, as Kendi had mentioned, we released it and about 60 days early, 30 to 60 days early than what we were going to be, and it was actually supposed to be at a higher price. So we wanted to get this in before the holiday shopping season or during it for you so you can make those special purchases for yourself and or for somebody special in your life. With the two different sizes that we have, I'm wearing the 47. There's also the 38 millimeter available. I think a lot of women can step up to that 47. And even if the guys, you don't like the larger timepieces, I do get requests from some of the gentlemen say, can you get some of the watches to be in a smaller size for me? There's definitely that 38 millimeter for you. So this is that 15-year celebration, that 15-year anniversary of the Grand Diver. And that's indicated in a few different areas on this timepiece. I want you to look at the hour markers, the first and fifth hour marker. They're actually done in Arabic numerals, which designate this being that 15-year anniversary. 5 years ago, when we had the 10-year anniversary Grand Diver, the 10 o'clock hour marker had an Arabic numeral number 10. That's how it was designated for you. So when it comes to the different colors of the timepiece, the two-tone with the blue bezel is extremely, extremely classic. So you have the silver tone, the gold tone that make up the watch, all mirror polished for all the different aspects. Even when we're talking about the back of the bracelet, it is also mirror polished, as you'll see. We include in a different sort of case back, though, where it's a gold tone case back, whether it's a silver tone or the two-tone. And that's where your numbered limited edition will be. The 15-year anniversary celebration will be on the back. And then we include in the exhibition, or that see-through window, where you can see different components of this movement, including the yellow rotor, which will automatically turn with the general movement of your wrist and self-wind the watch for you. So not only does this watch with the incredible build, the solid links, solid end links, the upgraded scissor-style deployant closure that you're getting for the timepiece, but you're still getting a watch of 300 meters of water resistance. And if you don't speak meters and water resistance when it comes to timepieces, that is above dive specs by 100 meters. To be considered a dive watch, you need 200 meters. But here it is. Look at that dial. This is a really special meteorite for years and years and years and years and years. We spoke of one meteorite. Correct.
This is the Muonionolista, a meteorite. It is a Swedish meteorite that was found in Sweden in a very concentrated area in one of the most difficult places in the world for rockhounds to find materials. In fact, they only have a couple months a year that they can even go and look. Right. Number one, because it's so dang cold. And in Sweden, it's also pitch black 23 out of the 24 hours in the day in the winter. And then in the summer, the mosquitoes, from what I understand, are worse than in Minnesota, don't you know?
Right. I mean, and it's actually north of the Arctic Circle in the 67th parallel. and it's about 87 miles north of the Arctic Circle. I mean, it is very, very far north when it comes to this, to obtain the meteorite. So we only select a few different timepieces every year to include in this very, very exotic material. And today, brand new for this show, we put it in a design that from when Al, our CEO of the Invicta Watch Group, relaunched the company back in 1991, he came out with this design. Mm-hmm. It was just done on a smaller scale. And in fact, it was very close to the silver tone, but done in a smaller version. Didn't have the meteorite dial, had a black dial and an automatic movement on the inside. We still sell that watch today. It's still a great seller, but it's more of a modern times when it comes to that 47 millimeter out there for so many people. So in my opinion, you can wear this watch. You can be dressed up with it. You can go casual. You can go to the beach. You can do any sort of water activity that you want to, or you can go completely casual with this watch too.
We're going to go to the phone lines. Say hello to ML out in Washington. ML, good evening. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Terrific. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Hope you're having a happy holiday.
We are.
Hey, I noticed you were doing a little bit of coughing there.
I just choked on some water.
Well, yeah, you were severely on water. Honey and lemon and warm water is nice. But yeah, I picked up on your Jamaican wristwatch. I love it. I got two of your what do you call them, doggone things? Cobras last night, and 3 other wristwatches.
Fantastic.
Oh,
are you
yeah.
buying some Christmas presents, or are you just shopping for you?
All the time, Christmas. I'm a Santa Claus up here in the Poseidon Wilderness.
I love that.
Yep.
ML, well, we want to thank you so much for your call tonight. Enjoy the gifting. And we so appreciate that incredible call. Do you want to do the monitor on this
I'd
again?
be happy to go over the monitor, sure.
In the big monitor. So here's the problem. We are 3/4 of the way gone. 3/4 of the way sold out. And this just, we have fewer than 200 total between the 4 executions, guys. So this is a one and done tonight. I don't know if we have any more that are allotted for Evine. I know that we don't between now and Christmas. So this is going to be one of the most affordable ways you will ever get a timepiece home with a meteorite dial. It is the go-to watch, and every collector has at least a couple. But only those of you who call tonight will be guaranteed to get the best price ever on the 15-year anniversary. There will only ever be one 15-year anniversary celebration of the Grand Diver watch. I want to see how many of you on the cruise are wearing this.
Yeah,
and
that'd be
guys,
great.
I want to make sure that your ladies are wearing this too, because we brought in the 38 millimeter for her. $48 is your investment to get this home. You'll have 6 months to wear it as you pay it off interest-free. If you purchase 2 of these, you're over that $499 threshold that allows you to take advantage of 12-month financing on the Evine card. And if you throw a couple of other things in your basket as well, and you're over $699, you have 18-month financing. By the way, I want to mention the leather jackets that we are wearing, all of us, are coming up tonight in our Mark New York leather show. And the last time it was on the air, Todd Newton blew the roof off the joint. And by the way, Todd Newton will be back by the end of this week. If you don't see me, I'll be here for the next couple of days, but if you don't see me next week or for another week, I'm not leaving. I'm just having some major eye surgery. So I will be back. I just like to let you know. But we're going to go to Ryan right now, who looks like one of those kids that got shrunk. The watch is bigger than you, Ryan.
Well, yeah, and that's a big meteorite dial, I have to say. So we're talking about the Grand Diver. Actually, I counted my Grand Divers today. I have 13 Grand Divers. A majority of them have the same movement on the inside, that NH35A. I love the performance. I love the accuracy. I love the robust factor that goes all along with that movement, moving at 21,600 vibrations per hour, 8 or 6 steps every individual second. That's where you get that sweeping motion for this timepiece. Now, this is a two-tone. The two-tone, you get that Invicta blue that goes around for the bezel on the timepiece. You get the gold tone that goes around that coin edge bezel, the gold tone that goes right down that center link of the bracelet where we include in that Grand Diver logo, and also over on the crown and all the different hands on the inside. The hour markers are all trimmed in that gold tone also for the timepiece. So you'll be able to see that sweeping second hand that's just moving along, the Invicta wing, the logo that's a part of this. But you can see the different striations. Those are those different lines that you'll see for that meteorite dial. And it's actually, they're formed by it's called the Windman-Stanton pattern, which is a cooling process of the meteorite when it was in outer space before it hit the Earth. That's what makes each and every dial distinctive of every other one. Grand Diver is included on one side of the case that's carved in. We have Invicta that's carved in on the other side of the case. And notice, too, as Kenny's moving the whole watch around, look at how reflective this is. This is that excursion polishing, not just the high polish, it's that extreme mirror polishing that we've done for all the different aspects of the timepiece. Here you can see Invicta's on the side, and then when we flip it over to the case back, we have that gold tone that's been included in, where it says Grand Diver, 15th anniversary. The water resistance. Not only is this watch just beautiful and elegant, it's a watch, it's a solid timepiece with 300 meters, 100 meters above what's considered to be a professional dive watch. Here is that rotor. It's all done on a ball bearing system. And just by wearing the watch, by me going like this, by me moving my wrist around, that would all be winding up the watch. Even if I was at the computer, that is winding the watch and keeping it wound for me. Here's the balance wheel moving back and forth. Here is one of the 24 jewels that make up this movement that has been put together, has been assembled by hand. And also one other thing right here, here's your numbered limited edition. Out of 1,500 for the two-tone options, only 1,000 for the silver tone options. So pick your favorite color, or maybe I heard a couple of you are actually getting in on a couple of these timepieces today. Maybe it's for you getting both the 47 millimeters. Maybe you're getting that his and hers out there. The women have been asking for some more of the timepieces in a smaller variation. This is the time then to get into that 38 millimeter or add that 38 millimeter to your order for that special someone.
All right, guys, it's last call. We started with about 750. Remember, the silver tone are numbered limited editions of 1,000, the two-tone 1,500. We did not get all of them. Okay, Invicta is a worldwide distributor, so other places are getting these because it's a big celebration of one of the #1 top-selling watches. So here's what we have. Are you guys ready? In the 47 millimeters for him. In the two-tone, and ladies, you can wear this one. Fewer than 40, racing toward 3 dozen. Last call. If you want the silver tone version with the black bezel, last chance, 1 dozen. Last chance,
I'll put up my wrist here for the last few. Here we go.
So if you want the two-tone version in the women's, by the way, that's your last look at that. It's going away. The two-tone women's, and I want to show you these side by side so you can see the difference between the two sizes. Oh, no, we're racing. 3 dozen here, 3 dozen here, 3 dozen here, 3 dozen here. Go, 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 go. Don't forget her, guys. Go, 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 go. And then in the women's, and actually with the jacket that I'm wearing, I'm just going to do this real quick. They're durable. Okay. With the jacket that I'm wearing and fewer than 5 dozen, I love the black dial, which is the silver tone. So we're going to run off to the phone lines again, head out to Tennessee, and say good evening to Wilton. Wilton, welcome to our Invicta show today. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And how are you guys doing tonight?
Terrific.
Doing well.
Thank you for asking. Are you a new collector, or have you shopped with us for a while, Wilton?
No, I've shopped with you for a while. I just bought my 18th watch tonight.
Oh, fantastic. What did you get?
I got that Bolt Zeus.
The Jamaica
The
mod?
tri-cable. Yes, ma'am, I did.
What made you get it? What did you love about it?
First of all, I love Jamaica. I've got other bracelets and stuff from Jamaica. I've got shirts that says Jamaica. I got a Bob Marley Harley shirt. I've been listening to reggae music since 1974.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is my birthday present from me to me.
Happy birthday.
Very happy birthday,
Yeah,
Wilton.
my birthday's coming up in a week, and that's my birthday present from me to me.
You know what? It is such a joyful timepiece. The colors alone are remarkable. I think you're going to find that people are going to only be able to approach you smiling with this, Wilton.
Well, you guys caught me. I was walking through the house. I just happened to have the channel on. I was walking through the house, and I stopped, and I saw it. I said, oh, boy, they got me.
Well, I'm glad you got it tonight because, Wilton, this is a numbered limited edition, and I don't know that Invicta will ever do another tribute to Jamaica and Rasta again. So this could be, you could be one of the few people in the world that owns this. This is pretty cool.
Well, I happen to be talking to a buddy of mine who's also an Invicta collector, and I was telling him about it. He says, man, get off the phone, go get that watch. Call me back when you get it.
Yeah, well, did you get the strap version?
Yes, I did.
That's going to go first. That one's the most popular one by far.
That's the one I liked.
Well, show it off well.
I will. And I wish you the best of luck on your surgery, too.
Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate it. And happy holidays to you and your family. Take that one off. The 47 millimeter silver tone is now gone. So, gentlemen, if you want the 47 millimeter, now only the two-tone. Only the two-tone, and that's almost gone. It is last call, guys, and maybe forever at Evine. There's no guarantee that we will ever see this watch grace Evine's studios again. My guess is every single store, every single venue, every single retailer. What are you doing, Jeff? Are you coming in for the Grand Diver?
No, I already got it.
Oh, you already got it. He's already got it. He's just flexing. He's just flexing. All right. Every retailer, I'm sure they were vying for this because the Grand Diver is the collector's watch. It's their go-to watch. In fact, when we were on the cruise last year, I asked every collector I met, what's your favorite watch? What's your favorite watch? What's your favorite watch? And even though some of them were wearing really cool, like diamond watches, they were all saying the Grand Diver. The Grand Diver is the go-to watch.
Well, that's it. It's absolutely a go-to watch. It's a go-to watch for me, too. And if you follow me on social media, you know that. Invicta Ryan on Instagram. Give me a follow if you're not. But the Grand Diver just delivers in so many different situations, occasions out there. My opinion, you can dress this watch up. You can wear this. I mean, I would wear the Grand Diver with a suit. And, you know, depending on what color variation, depending on the suit color. I mean, can you imagine like a nice navy blue suit or just an off blue suit that goes along with this? Or else you go with the silver tone version that has the a gray or black suit. Look at, that's perfect.
Okay, guys, if you love gold, that bracelet is solid steel. It's Invicta's Elements bracelet. It sells out every time it's on the air. You can choose it in steel or in gold over steel. You can choose either the wheat link, which is a little softer and more round, or what I would call kind of the sharper, squared off version, which we call the
foxtail.
Foxtail. So this is the foxtail design, and this is the, I keep wanting to call it spiga because it is a spiga. It's a wheat link.
Yep.
You say, the way you say wheat link in Italian is spiga. So every time I see it, I want to say spiga.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, Spiga.
Gotcha, Spiga.
Okay, the phone lines are crazy. We want to hear from you. Ryan and I have another 20 minutes together, and then you're hanging out with Lynn, right?
Yep, and then I'm with Lynn for another 2 hours after that.
So you guys have to applaud Ryan. He has done a marathon today.
Thank you.
Justin Zimmer is not here because he his beautiful wife, Kat, just had a baby girl on Friday morning.
Yes.
Friday morning. He texted me on Thursday night at 6 p.m. and said, with a big pink heart, she's almost here. And I don't think they had her till the next morning. Poor things. I know.
Long night.
I think I had like a 29-hour with my daughter.
I spoke with him briefly today. He hasn't slept yet, so he's...
But he's already come up. He's already texted me at least a dozen nicknames for her. And I said, oh, Justin, you're whooped. Kat's going to have to take care of the discipline in the house.
Yeah.
It's Baby B. That's all I'm going to tell you for now. I'm not going to give away the name. But Baby B or BB or which would make sense, right?
Yeah.
It will be the next episode of Being Zimmer. So we are so thrilled to be partners with Invicta. We've been partners with them for over 17 years. So we saw the debut of the Grand Diver. We are now today celebrating the 15th anniversary, and this is the only timepiece made to celebrate that anniversary. It is a numbered limited edition and very, very limited. It does state that it's the anniversary edition. It does give you your number on the back. It says that it's a limited edition on the dial, and my word, it's a meteorite dial for $289.99. You can be wearing a meteorite timepiece within a week for, what's the value pay? Sorry.
$48.33.
$48.33. Thank you. Oh, are you guys really bringing in, I thought it was chocolates.
Under 90 left, and that's in everything?
Total.
That's in everything.
We started with 750. We have 90 pieces available. By the way, I want to show guys the best way to gift this. Are you ready? The best way to gift this to her. Tomorrow night, I am so excited. I've not been able to do one of their shows yet. We have the best Italian cosmetics in the world at Evine. It's ready to wear. First of all, how cute is this? So here's what you do, guys. You do a pink ribbon on. This is going to be the today's top value that launches tomorrow night at midnight Eastern. Ladies, I got to show it to you. It is all 10 different lipsticks. I'm wearing one of them. And the price, it's going to be today's top value priced. So just want to let you know.
Excellent.
We got all your shopping. We got leather jackets tonight. We have cosmetics tomorrow night. We have watches. We have jewelry. And Lynn Schocker's bringing in a whole table of stuff.
Yeah.
Faux furs.
What do we have? Wow.
Well, yeah, Baby Lupa. Okay. So Lynn just brought a table in to talk about what's happening tomorrow. Because tomorrow, you know what we're doing tomorrow? We are redoing Cyber Monday because we know you didn't get enough on Cyber Monday.
Oh, okay.
So all of the deals that we had on Cyber Monday, you get one more go around tomorrow. And with the Evine credit card, yeah. So tomorrow, all day tomorrow, Lionel trains, gift shows, Maddie Claire handbags, and we are going to be featuring some great gift hours, as well as ready to wear cosmetics tomorrow night at midnight Eastern. Calling all Rastas. This is Invicta's very first ever tribute to Jamaica and the Rastafarian culture. It is a celebration of that movement. In the Bolt Zeus on a bracelet, we have fewer than 200 remaining. Are you kidding? Oh, you guys. Okay, so we were, out of the numbered limited edition, we were only given 250. We have 100 left. Only 100 remaining on the strap version. And if you're a true Rasta, you need to have the black strap, I think, personally. But it is the colors of the Rastafarian movement: black, red, gold, and green. Red for the martyrs, gold for Ethiopia's wealth, green for the green grass, and the black strap. $279.99, fewer than 100. That's going to be gone tonight. Numbered limited edition. Woohoo!
Yeah, big deal.
All right, so I am like out of my mind about this watch. So Tuesday night, Justin Zimmer and I had a 4-hour Marvelicious time together.
Marvelicious.
Marvelicious.
Marvelicious, okay.
We had a Marvelicious time together. We didn't feature all Marvels, but we featured a lot of Marvels. Brand new markdowns and new.
Okay.
And this exact Bolt Zeus, we debuted on a bracelet. Same dials, everything, but it was on a bracelet. We blew the roof off the joint, and I thought that was a done deal. But then I found out yesterday that the same exact Bolt Zeus on a strap was going down to even a lower price. And guys, get it now or forever hold your peace. These, in my opinion, these are the best dial executions ever done on a reserve level Marvel. First of all, how many reserve Marvels have we ever offered?
Not that many.
Very few.
Not that many.
So this is your
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark. It is the only all gold tone version, and only today it's 76% off. 76% off, guys. It's your must-have buy. It's valid for this event. Fewer than 200. Numbered limited edition comes in your numbered limited edition box. Then, Black Panther. How many do we have in the Black Panther? 200. And it has been the absolute favorite. Black Panther's done the black ionic plating with all silver tone cables.
Look at even the mask on the backhand of the chronograph hand, and you can actually see then the bracelet, the necklace that goes around too with the fangs for it.
This is like the Bolt Zeus night, isn't it?
Yeah, this is hot.
Then maybe my favorite Spider, and these are all the masks. Now, I've never seen this in a series before. This is maybe the coolest Spider-Man dial ever, done in blue plating with red cabling. 170 left. Guys, this is 76% off. For a Bolt Zeus?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Spider-Man is the most successful character in Marvel's entire history right there.
All right, then.
Ooh.
Always the most popular. I actually posted this one on Tuesday night. So if you saw my post on Instagram, I have fewer than 200 available. This Punisher is done on a white strap, which is rare. Most Punishers are done in black straps, but it's that mask dial with the black cabling. $43.16 gets it home.
Notice the bullets, and look at the guns coming out of the side too.
Yeah.
And then the chamber for the bullets too.
And the
right
end
down
of
the bottom of the dial.
End of the chronograph hand.
Yep, Punisher logo.
Punisher. And then my favorite Captain America of all time. We've never done a Captain America mask on any Marvel watch.
That's
this
actually
is the
true.
First and only ever. And this is done in silver tone with a lot of the blue plating, the red cabling. Who's your Super America? Who's your Patriot? Right?
Yep, that's right. So
This is the
red,
Patriots watch.
red, white, and blue, and you'll see actually the shield at the bottom of the dial and also in the back hand of that chronograph, second hand also. So number limited editions to 3,000 that will ever be made that go along with the watch. 200 meters of water resistant, and it is part of that reserve level. And we have included in a Swiss movement, which is the Ronda Z60 in each one of these different variations for you.
Captain America is our all-around hero. He is kind of the leader of the pack. In fact, he runs the Avengers. So if you are looking for a gift for dad, you know, that guy or your husband or that brother or whomever it is, your boyfriend, whoever it is that kind of, you know what, he's that all-American guy, he's that all-American kid, he's maybe served our nation. I have many friends that have. That is the most spectacular piece that you can give to celebrate him. $258.99 for a Bolt Zeus in a reserve number limited edition Marvel. I want to show you the case back on this. All of these are individual case backs, and they will have your specific number on the back. Oh, there we go.
Yep, and it'll be out of 3,000 that will ever be made. So I'm just looking to, right down there at the very bottom, this is number 5 out of 3,000. You'll see right where it says Marvel at the very bottom. So it is our partnership with Marvel, which happens to be under the Disney umbrella out there. And it's just not that easy to get those licensing agreements. I mean, there's a ton of work that goes along, as you can see, meticulously crafted for each and every one of these different variations for you. And I think I just love the level of integrity on both sides from Marvel and also with Invicta to be able to create these timepieces for some of your favorite superheroes.
What was your favorite movie this last year? Was it Black Panther? Was it The Avengers? Are you looking forward to, you know what, you know who, he's everywhere right now, Aquaman. Aquaman. Oh. Look at Lynn.
What was that?
You want to go see Aquaman?
Yeah, let's go.
We're not bringing our husbands.
My daughter's working in that movie in L.A.
Oh, Lynn's daughter's working on that, or she worked on that movie in L.A. We're going to go to the phone lines. We're going to talk to David in... Now Lynn is grunting. She didn't know what I was talking about. We're going to see Aquaman. We're going to be the first people in line. Okay, we're going to say hi to David in Florida. David, welcome to the program.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, Kendi. How are you doing tonight?
Terrific. How are you?
Good. You know me by my Invicta model name of Eyesore from the cruise.
Yes. How are you?
Tell Lynn I said hi. How are you guys?
Oh, we're having a ball. We've got quite a collection here tonight.
Oh, I was so excited to see those 15th anniversary Grand Divers. I was looking for something for me and my fiance for Christmas, and I bought both sizes in the silver and black.
Well, you got a heck of a deal on those tonight, David.
Oh, I work at the retail store part-time for the holidays, and yes, you guys have great values on Evine.
Wonderful. So are you going on the upcoming cruise?
I'm not going to be able to make it because we're getting married in February, and we're going to be on our honeymoon cruise at the time.
Oh.
Now, I tried to talk her into doing the wedding on the Invicta cruise, but she didn't go for it.
No, it's your wedding. Oh, how exciting.
We were going to exchange watches instead of rings, but I couldn't talk her into it.
That's way too cute. No.
That's a first anniversary.
Yeah, that's maybe for the first anniversary.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, David.
Hi, Lynn.
Lynn says hi.
Hi. I miss you guys. I'm going to miss you guys this year. I was on the first two, and I'm going to miss you with my sister. And I brought my fiance on the cruise. It was her first Invicta cruise this last time.
All right. Get in here, Linny. Wonderful. Well,
hey, Lynn.
We want to hear all about the wedding. We want to see pictures, okay?
Oh, yes. And I just got my final Grail pieces. I have all 3 Jason Taylor Black Diamond in all 3 colors.
Wow.
Of the 99 limited edition ones, and I have all 4 Chatham and Dovers. So my collection is really
solid.
Kind of got there, and all help from you guys too. So you guys have great values. You guys, and a shout out to my fellow Invictaholics on Facebook.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for taking the time out of your night to chat with us,
Thank you, David.
We so appreciate it. What you doing, Miss Lynn Shocker?
I'm going to come in and tell you about a brand new Today's Top Value.
Come on in.
Do you want to see
Have
it?
a seat.
Hi, honey.
Ryan's taking off on me. How you doing, honey?
So when are we going to go to the movie?
As soon as it comes out. But first, I want to go see the Spider-Man animated movie. That comes out first. And I usually don't like animated movies that much, but
it's funny.
it looks so good. Ooh, what is that?
Wait. Okay, so here's what I have coming up as a brand new Today's Top Value.
Oh, my
I kind of turned this way so you can see it. It is only the second Predator bolt that's ever been done.
Here, you read and I'll
there you
hold.
go. It's only the second Predator bolt that has ever been done. It's an automatic. It's going to come on in at 52 millimeters in its size. Hottest new design. It is brand new, made exclusively for Evine, by the way. And right away, straight out of the gate, we're going to start with like a really low price.
Oh, look at the cable.
Like $440 off. Dual
Did you
colors
see
on
that
the cable?
cable?
Right? Double colors on the cable.
Oh, my
Really
gosh.
cool. So guess the price. Everybody at home, guess the price.
$299.
What do you think?
$299 is my guess. I don't even know what it is. Let me look on your card.
Okay, do you want to announce it? I'll announce it. It's $119.
What the heck?
Less than 10 minutes. That beautiful automatic open heart design. Less than 10 minutes.
She's going to blow the roof off the joint, guys.
I'll do the other side because you already did the one side. Thanks, honey.
All right. Last call. On the Jason Taylor once only. We have 10 left. That price goes up forever in 8 minutes. 8 minutes, the price goes up forever. Well, perhaps the most talked about timepiece of the night, in-house and out-of-house, is Invicta's tribute to Jamaica Man. This is their tribute to Jamaica. If you would like this Bolt Zeus, the most colorful Bolt Zeus ever, on a bracelet that is 657487, it's a numbered limited edition. But the one that I really want to and need to focus on in this hour is the black strap version because it incorporates the fourth most important color. You're looking at the colors of the Ethiopian flag, the flag that represents the Rasta movement, the Rasta religion, the Rasta social movement. Those colors in the flag are green, are red, are gold, and then the fourth color is, of course, black. You don't get the black in the bracelet version, and I really think that's why this one's going. We were given by Invicta, out of the numbered limited edition, only 250 to offer you today in the black strap. I have fewer than 100. These are all going to be sold out. The colors are indicative of the colors of the Rasta movement. You have the gold signifying the wealth of Ethiopia, the red signifying the martyrs, and of course the green signifying the green fields, the vegetation and the hope of the future. The dial is cannabis leaves. Of course it is, because Invicta didn't want to. There's a couple things in Rasta life that are important. One is, believe it or not, the dreads. We didn't even talk about the dreadlocks earlier. And dreadlocks are not just a fashion statement. They're not just for style. According to the Old Testament scripture, Rastas believe that one should not cut their hair because it's where their strength lives. Did you know that?
I did not.
Okay. Rastas also consider cannabis their holy herb. It was actually brought over by the Hindus that came to Jamaica.
Yep.
It was a part of their culture, and they actually use cannabis as a medium to open their mind and increase their spiritual awareness, as meditation is a huge part of the Rasta's religious ritual. It is not a religion that Bob Marley started. It was just spread. The word was spread by him through his music in the 1970s. It's actually a movement that began many, many, many years before that. And it's a movement that really is all about loving God, loving your neighbor, about love and peace, and about living as holistically as possible. Because if you're a true Rasta, you don't drink alcohol, and you eat clean. That's
clean.
the word today for the way they eat. So they're very, very, very healthy. And above all else, they're very, very happy as well. So this is Invicta's tribute watch to Jamaica and to the Rastafarian culture, which is by some considered a religious movement, others more of a social movement. But this has been a huge hit today. I hope you enjoy it. I think in terms of colors, It really is the color of love. It's the happiest. Well, the two happiest colors on the color wheel are green and yellow, both colors in the Rasta movement.
Right. And with, I think the colors protrude even more when we're talking about the strap variation. Nothing to take away from the bracelet, because I know a lot of you out there prefer the bracelet variation too. But this is the Bolt Zeus, and this is the 7th anniversary this month of the Bolt Zeus from when we debuted. And with the strap variation that didn't even have the triple cable going on, we just had like a silver tone cable. It was $499. The bracelet version was $599. 7 years ago when we came out with this design. So I love how we just step outside of the box, in which most companies are conservative. We're not conservative by any means. And we like to celebrate cultures and ideas out there too.
And shake things up.
And I think this is definitely one of those opportunities. Do we have another phone call?
Yeah, we're going to take one more phone call. You know, there's a quote by Mr. Marley that he said, every man got the right to decide his own destiny. And that's kind of a bit of Invicta's motto as well. We're going to go to the phone lines one more time out to California and say good evening to James. James, welcome to our Invicta program tonight.
Well, thank you very much. And I must say I love your watches. I have about 150 of them.
Wow.
And I just bought the Rastafarian watch. I love the black strap.
Yeah.
And I also called back and got the gold fox chain bracelet.
That is you know what, for $59, that's a heck of a deal on that.
You can't beat it, cannot beat it.
Yeah.
But that watch is beautiful, and the colors I love. I have several Rastafarian combinations like that. I got a necklace, and I also have a bracelet that'll go great with my watch now.
You're going to be turning heads out there in California.
I love Invicta.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All I wear is nothing but Invictus.
Are you going to be cruising
Great
with us?
Watch. Pardon me?
Are you going to go on the cruise with us?
Well, you know, I'd love to. How do I get on it? How do I get my name on there? That would be great.
If you go online, I think there might only be literally a couple rooms left. But go to invictacruise.com and you can learn all about it.
Yep. February 22nd
sure
through the 25th, Port of Miami.
I will do that. Thank you very much for letting me know.
Thank you, James.
I love Invictus the best.
Oh, well, you know what? Enjoy showing this off. They're not going to miss you in California, that's for sure. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass the torch to Lynn. Lynn and Ryan are going to take you shopping for 2 more hours. Please stay with them. This poor guy's been up all day because Justin Zimmer's not here because he and his wife, Pat, just had a beautiful baby, baby B, or BB.
Great new addition to the family.
Miss B, that's all we're allowed to say. I'll let him reveal more. And then I will see you guys tomorrow night for incredible gifts. Wagner's chocolates. Oh, darn, I have to eat chocolates for an hour. I'm so bummed out about that. And then, ready-to-wear cosmetics and at today's top value. It is last call. This is a numbered limited edition Grand Diver to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Grand Diver. Meteorite dial. How many do we have left, Dave? We are down to the final few. 70 between the 2 women's and the 47 millimeter. And look at this. This is the brand new Star Wars Grand Pro Diver. We've never had a Grand Pro Diver from Star Wars. It's a numbered limited edition. We have Boba Fett. We have C-3PO. We have R2-D2. We have Stormtrooper. We have BB-8, Darth Maul.
Captain Phasma.
Captain Phasma is almost gone. The first ever female Star Wars watch from Invicta, and Darth Vader. I think I got them all. Also, we brought back a very tiny quantity of the transatlantics. This was the #1 biggest hit. Now, those 2 dial colors, red and ivory, reverse to those 2 dial colors. And you can find all of the transatlantics online. So we're going to do a little break. When we come back, Miss Lynn Chakra is going to be sitting in this seat. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Also, guys, if you're in big trouble, tell her she can shop for as much of the ready-to-wear cosmetics as possible tomorrow night. That's going to launch at midnight Eastern. In the meantime, have fun. Have fun with your Rasta watches.
The Mark New York Luxury Outerwear Collection offers year-round style with universal attitude. 1 a.m. Eastern, only at Evine. Luxuriate in the Italian-made makeup line that is as unique as you are. Join beauty expert Christopher Mackin as he brings you ready-to-wear, a customizable, buildable bounty of cosmetics tailor-made for you.
There's no time like the present. With 6 value pay on everything, you